for one that I actually wanted to use a lot. There we go, stone skin. I'm gonna make. Oh, hello everybody.
Hello. Oh no, she's going. Let's run.
I'm gonna make Sir Lucian near unfucking-beatable.
Yes.
Don't say that out loud, you idiot. You've doomed us all.
Yeah, stone skin will be handy, so... But, welcome everyone to another session of Tomb of Annihilation. It is part 2 of Shakedown in Snaketown, otherwise known as the race for the 9 magic puzzle cubes. And last week you succeeded in acquiring 2 of the magic puzzle cubes, one from Shigambi's shrine and the other from Kabuzan's shrine. And with no sight nor sound or hint of the red wizards thus far, you seem to have made some good headway on your task. And so, after a grueling challenge in the arena of Shigambi's shrine, you decided to seal the shrine up and rest overnight in the gladiatorial pit. So you had a long rest, and although you half expect the red wizards to come knocking during the night to try and claim the puzzle cube from this shrine, you are undisturbed for the night. And you are awoken from your sleep by the sounds of Omu leaking in through the sealed doorway. The sounds of jungle wildlife, running rivers, smoking lava, and crumbling rock and debris out in the city streets. And above it all, somewhere off in the distance, you just hear a loud roar. Like a great reptilian rooster greeting the sun as it rises over the horizon and bathes the city in its light. And so as you emerge from your resting place, is there anything you would like to do?
Well, first off, I would like to use a first level spell slot to cast Goodberry and feed everyone for the day.
Yep.
Because I feel that I can I can use first level spell slots now while we're not in the dungeon, and keep our rations for in the dungeon.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I know the water breathing spell still has several hours on it, but I'm thinking I might recast it now before we get moving, so I have to try and waste time once we're actually.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea too.
Sorry, you go first.
I was just gonna say, how many people are in our party? There's 3.
Us,
Sir Lucian,
and I will be playing Ava while Kitty's taking the break.
So that's 5.
I just need to
and
get
then
after this session. I'll
Goodberry.
need to get a up-to-date sheet off her, but the one I have for now will suffice.
Yep, fair enough. So the 3 cubs, which means I have 2 good berries to spare. Cool. Just working that out.
And good berries last for up to 24 hours, don't they?
Yes, they keep you fed and nutrient-wise, everything, for 24 hours, and the berries last for 24 hours.
Yep. So
they also heal 1 hit point.
Yes, they do when you eat them. So, as Bobbit yawns and then uses her lycanthrope strength to shift the stone slab out of the entrance, the sunlight pours in and you all squint as your eyes adjust. And you see 4 hazy, vaguely humanoid shapes standing before you in the sunlight. And you're about to reach for your weapons when one of the shapes raises an arm, which in the sunlight you realize is actually a tree branch that calls out, "We're back! Bender's over!"
Back in town.
It is Bulb's Shrubs, who have returned. So, the shrubs that you sent to Unk's shrine report that they sat in front of the shrine pretty much all night and did not witness anyone coming to check out the shrine. The shrubs that you sent to Papa Zottel's shrine, however, report that they did witness a group of men and women wearing red robes making their way past the shrine, not stopping in the shrine but moving past it further into the flooded portion of the city.
Okay. So they went past it, but they didn't actually go in it?
Yes. Yeah.
So the ones that I've sent to be searched, I'm just going to highlight in green.
Yep.
Just so we can, at a glance, realise which ones they are.
You hear a voice call out, "We're back, dudes!" And two more shrubs appear, stepping through the gates in the courtyard of Shagambi's shrine. And they wave at Bulb and they say, "Dude, we had the whole place to ourselves all night. It was a big party, dude. Woo! Spring break!" And they inform you that they searched the house, that they searched some houses in the nearby vicinity and found nothing in most of them, but they did get lucky enough to find a magic item in one of the abandoned buildings.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
So as your shrub reaches into his foliage to produce the item, I'd like you, Bulb, to please roll 2 d20s.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is 15.
15.
Altogether.
That is... Ooh, well, I think you will like this. The shrub extends his branch and grasped in the end of his branch is a large, brilliantly shining gem, about the size of a fist.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Interesting. Can I try and identify what kind of gem it is?
You may make an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Check,
okay.
yes.
Bobbit, can I get some help, please?
As you see Bobbit come up to help you, you actually notice that her mask is nowhere to be seen on her face, and more importantly, her face, I know none of the others have seen her without it, but Bulb would notice that her face looks completely normal, as opposed to what he saw that the other night when she got told off the wandering off. It just wanders over without making a noise and just looks at the lovely gem, and I guess they will give you the assist on that.
God damn it.
Yep.
That's an 11.
It's an 11.
My turn.
Really bad rolls to start that off.
This gem is unlike anything you've seen before. It is clearly magical, but you're unable to tell what it is until you spend at least a short or long rest studying it or casting Identify on it. You will not know what it is.
Okay.
Oh well.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put it into my bag of holding then.
Yep.
As an unidentified gem.
Yep.
Okay. And did the shrubs have anything else to say?
No, that was it. That's all they found.
I am going to send them out again.
What would you like them to do this time?
First I asked them what way were the group of people heading.
The shrub turns and rotates on the spot, and he holds out a branch and he says, that way, I think, and points in an eastern direction.
Eastern direction, okay. I'm going to send a perception and stealth shrub to Nang Nang's shrine.
Yep.
And then I asked the others, are we thinking that after Moa we're going to go to Obalaka's shrine, or Ijin's shrine.
Or Unk's shrine.
I mean, we know they went straight past Unk's shrine. Maybe we should go for that one while we know it hasn't been touched yet.
Oh, well, yes, sorry, that one as well. Yeah, sorry.
So we go there instead of going to Moa's.
I was going to say
go to Moa's first, and then Unk's after. I'm just trying to figure out which of the two shrines, Obalaka or Ijin, do I send my shrubs to check out.
Ah, I see.
Right.
Well, I'll send the other perception and stealth to Ijin because it's further away, and we're probably going to try and go to the closer ones first.
Okay, dude, says the shrub as he leads his partner away across the growth-infested streets. Sorry, you got to sneeze. And it's gone. Okay, so I'd like you to please roll for those.
Yep.
Please roll.
So, one group. Fuck, that group's dead. Got a 9 in stealth and a 5 in perception. And I'm changing dice. And the second group got a little bit better. Got a 13 in stealth and an 11 in perception.
Very well. You will find out what happened to them later.
Yeah, of course. And
no.
I'll send the other two stealths back out to search houses.
So the shrubs that you sent off to Nang Nang's shrine, as they walk down the cobblestone street, you hear them loudly talking to each other. Hey, dude, just think. When water evaporates, where does it go? Then
you just see Bobbit just smiling as they wander up, going, "They're gonna die."
Unfortunately, I think you're right, Bobbit.
And so, where would you like to go? Once your shrubs disappear out of eyeshot.
I believe the others had something to do first. Did they, or?
I've just swapped out some spells.
Yep.
I realised I only knew 12 of the 13, so I've grabbed an extra one. And then I also swapped out and got absorb elements in.
I don't really have any spells I can really switch in and out with. I suppose
I'm gonna bring absorb elements back in, actually.
Yeah, absorb elements.
Classes spells, but
well, I mean, considering you're considering you're planning on going to a place that's surrounded in lava.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I was like Zinhorn. I forgot that my wisdom went up, so I forgot that I had 13 spells instead of 12. And when you said that, I went, "Oh, right."
Yeah.
So I'll bring absorb elements back in. Well, I'm ready to leave when everyone else is.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So
it's ready to roll. With absolutely nothing wrong with it.
So you would like to go to Moa's shrine?
Yep.
Yes.
Very well. You leave Shigambi's shrine behind and start to make your way towards the Great Rift of Omu. As you walk along the side of the cliff, you stare at Moa's shrine and you think the best place... Well, you could fly from here, but it's quite a distance and it would probably be safest to fly from the overlook where you dropped Salida into the lava.
Drop is such a harsh.
Polite
I like to think magically punted.
And so as you make your way along the cliff face, staring at the magma bubbling below, I would like everybody to please make a perception check. This is a sound-based perception check.
Do I get? No, mine are.
No, you don't. Yep.
Smell.
Perception wisdom. That's a 21.
That is a 14.
7.
I'll do one for Ava and for So Lucian. Okay, so Lucian got a nat 1, Ava got a 7. So
I really would like dying.
yeah. So Lucian's looking around, and you notice that his eyes are fixated on a banana tree that's like hanging over the top of one of the half-tumbled buildings, and Ava's just staring down into the rift, eyeing the magma nervously, not quite sure she's ready to open her wings and fly over what is clearly certain death. And so, you do not notice when you round a corner and find yourself face to face with...
Didn't someone get a 21?
Yeah, I got 21.
Yeah, you got 21, but still, Bobbit...
Oh, still not enough? Okay.
Yeah, Bobbit and...
I actually just checked. I do get advantage.
Oh, so you may roll again.
That was a great.
Does 13 get me anything?
13, nah. It was going to be 14 minimum.
Son of a bitch. Well, I tried.
So round the corner, and there, in the middle of a weed-choked plaza, you see a woman in a red robe rifling through piles of debris as a flesh golem and 4 hovering suits of animated armor stand guard behind her. As you round
I can pull something out today.
Oh boy, it's Bob's Christmas list.
As you step out into the plaza, the flesh golem raises his head, sees you approach. He points at you with one arm, opens his mouth and roars. And the red wizard jumps, startled. She turns to face you, and as you approach, she raises her hand in the air, snaps her finger, and casts mage armor on herself. She points at you and barks an order. Kill them! Roll 4 initiative, please.
Yay!
Just imagine the flesh golem, just like that. I can't remember what the movie was, but it's just this one thing just pointing up and just get this.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay.
14 for Bobbit.
14 for Bobbit.
Surprise, surprise, I got a 9.
Wow!
What?
I rolled a 2.
Wow.
Well, I'll put you at 10. I'll put you ahead of I'll put you ahead of Remy because of your feat.
Yep, makes sense.
Sir Lucian has 22.
Oh!
And
damn!
What is this? What is this?
That man wants to get shit done.
Ava has 14. Yeah, his new feat's helping him out quite a bit.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay, so it will be Sir Lucian's turn first. So Sir Lucian is going to draw his sword, and he runs ahead shouting, "Rah!" And he runs right up to the big sprawling tree in the middle of the plaza, and then hurls a javelin at animated armor number 2. And that will be... so that's an 18 to hit. That is a nat 20 to hit with his javelin.
Oh my god! Jeez! Oh, he fucking hell, he woke up in a mood today. Damn!
He deals
fucking espresso before he got up this morning.
26 points of damage to the animated armor, and it falls to pieces as soon as his javelin hits.
Holy shit! Okay, this dude just clearly chugged an espresso getting up this morning. Fucking hell, let's go.
And he then retrieves another javelin and hurls it at animated armor 1. And that is a 7 to hit plus 11. That is an 18. That is a hit.
Oh my god.
He deals 14 damage to it as his javelin hits its breastplate, leaving a huge dent in its armor.
I imagine everyone else is still like preparing for battle, going, okay, we need to have a strategy and all this, so you just see this. Ah! Okay then.
It is the enemy's turn.
Oh dear.
The red wizard steps forwards in front of animated armor 3, and she cackles maniacally as she raises her hands and casts. Let me see. Actually, she will come further. She steps forward right in front of Sir Lucian, and cackling, she casts Cone of Cold, extending her arms forwards and sending a cone of blistering cold energy 60 feet in front of her. I would like everybody to please make a con save.
Damn wizards.
Con save.
I'll make one for Ava and Sir Lucian.
That is a 21.
Sir Lucian passes, Ava does not. 18, that's a pass for Bobbit. How did Zinhorn go?
9. I'm rolling so well already.
Okay.
Only go up from here.
Zinhorn and Ava take 33 points of cold damage.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to use Absorb Elements.
Yep, absorb half of that.
Yeah.
So you instead get 17 points of cold damage. Bobbit, Sir Lucian, and Bulb take 17 points of cold
I would
damage.
also like to use Absorb Elements as my reaction.
Right, so you...
Oh, the hell that while everyone else is doing it, I'll jump in as well.
Right.
They also have it.
So, so Bobbit and Bulb, you take 8 points of cold damage.
That become 47. There we go.
47.
Math not working today.
It happens. Oh boy.
Okay, here we go.
Oh wow.
Animated Armor 3, Animated Armor 1 flies over to Sir Lucian and makes its 2 slam attacks. The first one is a 6, the second is a 9. Sir Lucian deftly deflects them. Animated Armor 3 flies up to... what is their movement? I don't think it is enough to
They just
move.
fly? I thought they just walked.
Well, they're hovering. They're hovering.
Ooh.
Depends on if they have their leg pieces or not.
Yeah, yeah, these ones don't, so yeah,
Yeah,
they can only move 25 feet. So animated armor 3 and 4 hover forward but are unable to reach anybody in time for an attack. Meanwhile, the flesh golem cocks his head to the left and he just lazily says, "Ugh," as he shuffles down towards Sir Lucian and makes a slam attack. That is a nat 20 on his slam attack. Sir Lucian takes 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
And then he makes a second slam attack, and that is a 15. Groaning with exertion, Sir Lucian swivels on the spot, using his shield to block, and then he goes with a parry, spending a superiority die to make an attack.
As well.
And that is a 2 plus 11, that is a 13. Unfortunately, he is not able to hit the flesh golem and spent his superiority die for nothing.
Oh.
It is now Bobbit's turn.
Okay, I'm not sure how the movement in this one works. Can I get to the red wizard from where I am?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Is it like
30.
each like stone thing?
Yeah, it's
counts
5.
as
So
5?
30 feet is
Oh,
here.
okay.
So no, you can't
Ah,
get to the
damn.
red wizard yet.
I was really hoping to clock that wizard in the face, but... Can I get to the flesh golem?
Yes, you can get to the flesh golem. You'd like to run up to him.
Yep.
You run across the plaza up to the flesh golem as he prepares to strike Sir Lucian again with his thick, fleshy arm.
Hey, Bo's just staring, like, just wide-eyed at this thing with a million thoughts in her head. But for now, since we're in the middle of combat, she's going to take Mr. Stick, who looks oddly frostbitten at the moment, and take a swing at him.
Yeah, go ahead, roll to hit.
And that's going to be plus, I believe it's plus 7 for that. I really don't remember. Yep, that's going to be 21 to hit.
Yep, that's a 9 to hit. That's a 9 on its AC, so yep, that's a hit.
Oh wow, yeah, that's right, these things don't have a ton of that. And with Absorb Elements, because it's automatically at 3rd level for me, I get to do my regular hit plus the
3d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3d6 of cold damage.
3d6 plus my regular quarterstaff damage as well, or is that just...
Yep, your regular quarterstaff damage plus 3d6 of cold.
So essentially I'm just doing 4d6 worth of damage on this thing. I can live with this. Okay, wow, that's a good start. So it was a 10 with the normal bludgeoning damage, and then 10 points of cold damage on top of it.
As your staff strikes the flesh golem, the end of it explodes with cold energy, and the flesh golem gives a great show of shivering as the cold runs down his body.
Yeah, Bobbitt's not saying anything, but he's just observing this, whatever the hell this thing is.
It is now Ava's turn. She is going to mark the... let me just look at her things that she has. Sorry. She is going to cast Hunter's Mark on the Flesh Golem, marking him as her favoured foe. With her favoured foe, she can use Hunter's Mark a certain number of times without expending a spell slot, a number of times equal to her Wisdom modifier. So she casts a free Hunter's Mark on the Flesh Golem, and then she spreads her wings, taking flight up into the air, readies her bow, and fires at the Flesh Golem. That is a hit. She deals 8 points of damage, plus, with her Hunter's Mark, she deals an additional 6 points of damage, so 14 altogether. Then she uses her extra attack to fire again, and she hits, and deals another 7 points of damage, so 21 altogether from Ava.
Nice.
It is now Zinhorn's turn.
Alright. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Flame Blade. And then I'm going to go charging towards armor number 4.
Yep. With your Flame Blade held out in front of you.
And then I'm going to attack.
Yep.
Flame Blade.
Yep, go ahead.
Using the Flame Blade. And that is an 18.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Awesome. And because I did my Absorb Element at level 2, that is 3d6 fire damage and 2d6 cold damage.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll all
so
that.
There's going to be some power.
So those going to use those dice for like... So that is 9 points of fire damage.
Yep.
And 6 points of cold damage.
Ooh, nice. Animated armor force wavers on the spot, struggling to maintain its composure after that hit. It is now Bulb's turn.
Bulb is going to fly up to Sir Lucian to this spot here.
Yep.
And he is going to use his action. It is one action, yes. To cast. I'm going to cast Stone Skin.
As you go to cast Stone Skin, the red wizard laughs, and she snaps her finger, casting counter spell.
Yeah, well, that's still taking up one of your stupid spell slots, so okay, good for you. Now, does my focus cast this, or do I still need to use the 100 gold worth of diamond dust?
To cast Stone Skin?
Yes, how do you do it? Because I know the rule is written.
Yeah, the focus will not cover things that have costs.
Okay, so I actually do use one of my diamond dice. Okay, good to know. I will take away one of those.
Yes, the red wizard has caused you to waste it.
Yep,
but that's one of her spell slots gone, so...
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
It is...
and then...
yep.
Bonus action. Do I have anything I can do with my bonus action? Oh. How much is my movement? That was... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh no, it was exact... Oh, pardon me. Exactly 30 feet to get there, so... I would like to use my Misty Step bonus action to get high into the tree.
Yep. You step up, and you step into the mist, and appear on the topmost branch of the tree, looking down at the fighting below.
Okay, and that's now my turn done.
Yep, okay. It is Sir Lucian's turn. He is going to use his bonus action to use Second Wind. He recovers 14 HP.
Nice.
And then he attacks Animated Armor 1.
Okay.
And rolls a 20, non-nat. That is 13 points of damage. He brings his blade down on Animated Armor 1's head, crushing it.
Huh.
He then swivels on the spot and swings at the flesh golem. Roll plus 11. That is a 13 to hit. So he hits it and deals 18 points of damage, slicing some of the flesh away. Yep.
Unless you roll in that one for Sir Lucian, he's guaranteed to hit that thing.
Yeah, he is.
Like, there's literally nothing he can roll that wouldn't count as a hit.
It is now the enemy's turn. The red wizard surveys the chaos. She looks around, and then she casts Ice Storm.
Ah, shit.
Raising her hand in the air and casting Ice Storm right here so that it engulfs everybody. I need everybody to make a dex save, please.
Does that include the animated armors and the flesh golem?
Yes, yep. They will have to as well.
Fine, that's a 17, and regardless of how this goes, I know who I'm aiming at next turn, because it's getting annoying.
12.
14.
12, 14.
17.
Okay, let me do Ava and... We do Ava and Sir Lucian. Okay, Sir Lucian passes, Ava fails again, unfortunately. Okay, so, for those of you who passed, as big hailstones the size of your head begin to pound down into the plaza, you each take, those of you who failed, take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Those of you, so everyone takes that regardless of if you...
And what was a pass, sorry?
A pass was 14 or higher.
Okay, so I failed.
Yep.
9,
so
okay.
Bobbit, everyone takes 9, and then 4d6.
Oh no.
Everyone except for Bobbit and Zinhorn takes 17 points of cold damage. Oh, and Sir Lucian. Everyone except Bobbit, Sir Lucian, and Zinhorn take 17.
Can I cast Absorb Elements to...
Yes, you can.
absorb that?
Yep, so you instead take 8, and Zinhorn, Sir Lucian, and Bobbit also take 8.
Okay, we take an additional 8 on top of what we already lost.
Yeah, you take the bludgeoning, and then you take the cold.
So you use Absorb Elements at first level.
Yep, so you take, so you're already taking 8, so you take 4 points of cold damage.
For a red wizard, she's throwing around a lot of freaking ice spells. Had the golems and the armor do.
And Sir Lucian is going to use his Ring of Cold resistance to also take 4.
That's right, he's got that thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, finally got use.
Yay!
We've finally fought something that gave cold damage.
Yay!
And in fact, that would have been in play when the previous action, the Cone of Cold came out as well, so he took half from that. So yeah, he's actually up. Well, he passed that anyway, but then he would have gone and taken...
Yeah, still taking less regardless.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. The animated armors and the flesh golems make their dex saves. Animated armor 4 is crushed by the ice storm.
Mm-hmm.
Animated armor 3 and the flesh golem take damage, but not enough to kill them. Animated armor 3 makes a slam attack against Zinhorn. That is a 7 on the first and a 12 on the second. So he's not able to hit Zinhorn.
Oh.
The flesh golem swings its bulbous arms at Bobbert. That is a non-nat 20 on the first. So Bobbert, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Significantly yes, yay.
And then on the second one, that is an 11. So you are able to block it with your shield.
Yay! Still just studying this thing the entire time of fighting it.
Okay, it is now Bobbert's turn.
Okay, so I still have this stupid thing in front of me.
Yep.
I'd really like to throw a spell at the wizard to try and damage it, but I can't, because anything I have long distance is going to be more of an AoE sort of deal. So I guess I'll just have to deal with Mr. Fleshy Bag over here instead. I don't even know if to ask if it looks hurt or not, because at this point it's just a pile of flesh. It already looks messed up regardless. Well, either way, I'm gonna look at the flesh golem, snap her fingers, and cast Toll the Dead on her, on it.
Nice. Okay, roll your damage.
No, you have to make a wisdom saving throw. Wait, don't flesh golems count as undead?
No, they're constructs. They've got a 4 on its wisdom save in either case.
That's fine. I just wanted to check to make sure I wasn't getting stiffed on the getting attacks. But no, that makes sense if it's literally like Frankenstein's. But if it fails, it's going to take... And it's going to take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, nice. It's looking quite beaten up at this point.
Mm-hmm. That's all I have for now.
Yep, okay. It is Ava's turn. She flies over to the flesh golem, flanking it between you and Sir Lucian, and then she makes her 3 attacks. And I'm just going to roll for them all. She hits with 2 of them, and that one's on the 3rd.
Oh dear.
So that will be 2d6 plus her dex, so 8. So that is 15 points of damage, and then an additional 5 points of damage from her hunter's mark, so 20 points of damage altogether.
Nice.
It is now Zinhorn's turn.
Alright, so Zinhorn is going to just charge past this armor.
Yep.
And head to the red wizard.
Yep, the armor gets an attack of opportunity on you as you run past.
Yep.
He swings at you with his sword and rolls a 12. Too slow to hit you.
Haha!
You're
So-
slow.
I've still got my flame blade up, so I am going to roll for that.
Yep, go ahead, roll to hit her.
And that is a 15 plus 8, so 23.
Plus 8, yep, that is a hit. And
So
shield
that
won't
is-
do anything in this case, because her shield is not strong enough.
So that is 3d6 of fire damage, which is that's 11 points of damage.
Yep.
And with the level 1 absorb elements, that is another 5 points of cold damage.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
The red
And
wizard
then-
is bleeding. You see blood pouring out, mixing with the red of her robe.
And then Zinhorn is going to use his bonus action to wild shape into the Ice Spider Queen.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Just that whole, that was some cute ice magic. My turn, bitch.
It is now Bulb's turn.
I take aim with my pistol.
Yep.
And I will load a +1 bullet.
Yep.
And let me actually get up all my notes for my fucking pistol now. Gun now has a +2 to hit. Does the bullet make that technically a +3 then?
The bullet will make that a +3, yes.
Okay. What dice has not fucked me over yet today?
Running through the list till something sticks.
Okay. Do I have a height advantage?
Yes you are, because you're up in the tree.
So yeah.
Cool. That's a 19.
A 19, that is a hit. Roll for damage.
Yep. Does my absorb elements go off on a ranged attack or no?
No, only melee.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Fine. Now I'm gonna go to my other page and find where I've got my fucking. Fuck.
Please hold.
What? Is it still a D12?
Yes, still the same.
Cool,
No, if it's a pistol, it's now... if it's a pistol, it's actually different. Let me just check.
Yep.
No, they're D10s. Pistols are
Yeah,
D10.
pistols are D10s.
D10, okay, cool. Where's my D10? There it is. I'm not proficient, so I don't get my modifier. No, do I get my dex modifier?
Yes, you.
You
yes,
just get proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So that is 3, 6, 7 damage.
7 damage. Bang! The bullet hits her and knocks her off her feet, and as she lies there on the ground, she curses you before slowly climbing back up onto her feet. It is Sir Lucian's turn. He squares off at the flesh golem and swings his sword at it, and that is a nat 20.
Oh my god!
Lucian means business.
Lucian wants to live.
That is
Lucian chose life.
That is 36 points of damage as he slashes it with his sword. It is still up, so he goes in for another attack.
How? How is it still alive?
Because they have an average HP of 93. That is a 25 on this. That is 25 on this hit, so he hits. So that will be 17 points of damage as he slashes off one of its arms. It is now the enemy's turn. The red wizard looks over at Bobbert.
But first she takes 2d4 of cold damage because she's within 5 feet of an ice spider queen.
Yes, so go ahead and roll that, please.
That is 6 points of cold damage.
6 points of cold damage. And she opens her mouth as if to cast a spell, but then her face goes white. She clasps her hand to her chest and gurgles as she falls down at your feet, dying from the cold.
Wow.
Animated.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Animated Armor 3 flies over to Zinhorn or Spiderhorn and goes to attack with a slam attack. That is a 22 to hit on its first one.
Yep.
So that would be 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and that is a nat 1 on the second. Clearly, the cold emanating from Spiderhorn is throwing it off.
That was 6
I'm legitimately curious as to what she was going to throw at me, but never mind.
She was going to try to suggest you to deal with the spider.
Oh.
But the spider got the job done first.
Yes. The flesh golem makes a slam attack against Ava. That is an 18 to hit. Ava takes 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it makes its second multi-attack against Bobbert. That is a 23 to hit. Bobbert, you take...
question.
Yep.
Before you do damage, with them having the lycanthrope resistance to, like, non-silvered bludgeon piercing.
Yes,
slashing.
but
Does that include the flesh golem?
The flesh golem's weapon attacks count as magical.
That's what I figured.
Yep.
That's why I'm checking.
So you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, Bobbit would like to request that you stop hurting her now.
It is now
Getting
Bobbit's
old.
turn.
Ow! Okay. What to do? Well, you know they say, when in doubt, just go with the good old things, you know. Just Eldritch Blast point blank on this thing.
Right, go ahead. Roll to hit him.
Oh god, that was disgusting. I rolled a 2 and a 4, so even with, well actually, 2 plus 7 is 9, and then 4 plus 7...
Yeah, so they're both gonna hit. It's a disgusting roll, but they both hit. This thing's got abysmal AC.
Oh, yes. And
well, it's a big lumbering target.
Okay, so it's 9 plus 4, but then I get the plus 1 for my force damage, so it's going to be 15 on the first blast.
Yep.
And then that's going to be 12 on the second.
12.
Wow, so 15
Boom!
and 12, so that's 27 all up.
You fire your beams at the flesh golem, striking him in the chest. He looks at you, gives you a mournful and then falls face forwards onto the cobblestone.
Hooray! With a bonus action, can I try to get something off this thing?
Such as, what would you like to get?
Just a piece of it to study for later.
Alright, make...
Jars or something on me.
Yeah, you just take a piece off, drop it in a jar, and look smugly at it. It is Ava's turn. She raises her bow and fires an animated armor 3. She nat 20s and deals 14 points of damage to it, the arrow embedding itself right in the middle of its face plate, and it crumbles to bits. Combat appears to be over.
Neat. Was there like a magic source to this, the flesh golem at all?
I'd like you to make an Arcana check, please.
Yeah, while I'm checking, I might as well do it properly. 18.
So, gazing at the flesh golem, the piece you have in your hand and what remains of it on the ground, you determine that. Hang on, let's play, not roll. You determine that the flesh golem appears to be assembled out of a ghastly patchwork of limbs and other body parts taken from as many as 6 possible different corpses. And you cannot determine if there is any core magical engine or anything powering the construct. Rather, it appears to be powered by a faint aura of necromantic magic with some other spell guiding its actions. Please make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay.
As you are identifying a spell that's above.
A 9 and a 19, which is
okay, yes.
29, and then well, 29 and a 19.
Yep, okay. So even though this spell is above what you can cast at the moment, you spend a few moments just moving the flesh between your fingers and trying to identify the spell that you can feel still vibrating with magical energy. And Mr. Stick's voice drifts into your mind and says, "A geas has been cast upon it, my child."
And
it makes sense to you.
Don't call me your child.
A geas to allow the flesh golem to act according to its master's whims. Mr. Stick just makes a non-committal noise that says, "You are a child, and your powers come from me. I would appreciate you know your place."
it says nothing. We'll continue to poke at this while the rest of the group does whatever they're doing.
Would anyone like to do anything before moving on?
I would like to search the body to see if there's any components.
Yes, the wizard.
Yep.
Yeah, the wizard, sorry.
Please make an investigate check. Ava can help you so you can get assistance.
It's a 12.
It's a 12. You briefly search her. Her staff and robe appear to be non-magical. However, she does have 2 items of note on her person. A bag of spell components containing, in addition to generic spell components that your focus covers, 200 GP worth of diamond dust.
Hey!
The other item is her spell book.
Oh.
Okay.
Which is not of any use to you, but Bobbert may be
just
interested
like Bobbert's
in
ears,
it.
literally cat. Like the second someone mentioned spellbook, just see like the ears twitch and while poking around a dead body.
And where was that perception before, little Bobbert?
Bobbert wasn't listening. Just kind of appears and just start going. Are you gonna use that?
Do you hand Bobbert the spell book?
Can I look through it first?
Yep. It contains the following spells prepared. Detect magic, mage armor, magic missile, shield, misty step, suggestion, counterspell, fireball, fly, greater invisibility, ice storm, and cone of cold.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll give it to her.
I will
If
provide...
If you can't use it, I would like it back so I can sell it.
Yes, it has some particularly high-level spells in it, and there would be many apprentice wizards who would pay dearly for power like this. So you hand it over to Bobbert, and Bobbert, you can't help but notice that there is an odd quality to the leather that makes up the covers and binding of the spell book. And as you take it in your hands, you realise with a shudder that it is bound in cured human skin.
oh, okay.
But I didn't touch it.
But just sort of like shivers for a little bit. It's kind of a shame that any of the ritual spells I could have gotten for that, I think I already have.
Well, here's the spell book, so you can actually look at let me just see. That's not a ritual. Mage
I think
armor.
the only
is
ritual
not...
that's in there is detect magic, and I think I already had that.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately. Yeah.
What about greater invisibility?
Can't be cast as a ritual.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, Bobbert,
you're going to give her a reason to keep it, of course.
I will allow you to select any one spell from this spell book, and with an Arcana check, you may make a scroll of that one spell.
Oh. Do I have to decide that now, or can I wait till later?
You can wait till later.
Quick question.
Okay.
Yep.
Could a scroll be used as a reaction if it's counterspell?
If it's counterspell, yes.
Oh. We're gonna file that away for later. In the back, in the pocket. Along with the jar of, along with the notes on flesh golems and the sample piece, and just don't worry about it later.
As you close the spell book and go to put it away, a small slip of parchment falls out, lands on the cobblestone. You pick it up and look at it, and it says in common, in messy handwriting, UNT ? Check Palace, Fane of the Night Serpent.
What was that?
Did you say Bane of the Night Serpent?
Check Palace, Fane, F-A-N-E, of the Night Serpent.
Fane.
Interesting.
Is Fane an actual word? Because I don't know the meaning of it.
It's Well, that's what the location is called. It means like a temple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Did not know what a fane was.
Yeah.
No.
I have learned something today. And people say D&D isn't educational.
So,
What?
it appears that this red wizard, at the very least, was in addition to searching for puzzle cubes, possibly attempting to gather intel on the UNT that attacked the red wizard camp.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Being said, she was pretty dumb to go around with just a couple of summoned bodyguards.
Well, they probably would have been able to fend off the UNT. However...
I suppose she had cold spells.
I was going to say, they also... actually, yeah, good point. But yeah, also, they've proven that they can operate without her being there, as, the fact that they off the wizard, we still had to keep fighting.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you continue on until you cross the scorch-marked dusty stone bridge and find yourself on the pinnacle rock overlooking the great chasm. You could see Moa's shrine beckoning to you, a lonely stone structure on an isolated pillar of rock in the middle of the molten magma.
Before we fly across, guys, can we possibly have a half-hour break?
Yeah, the short break.
That would be great, thank you. Oh, just instantly face plants on the ground.
Zinhorn wants to see if we can get that, spend a bit of time with that data. It looked quite interesting.
Yes.
What now?
The gem.
The gem.
Yes. Okay, so...
I will hand the gem to Zinhorn.
Yep. And... Bobbert is going to take a rest. So is
So am I.
Yes, so is Bulb. Zinhorn, you'll be able to spend hit dice in addition to studying the gem if you like.
Cool, because I need it.
I imagine Ava definitely needs a rest as well.
Oh yes, she's definitely going to take a rest.
Yeah.
I'm going to use 4 immediately after that because I am down to half off.
That was a 7 and an 8. That's useful.
See how much I need before I decide if I'm going to use.
So Lucian is able to get back up to full health after spending 3 hit dice.
I possibly shouldn't have used one of those hit dice, but whatever. I've already rolled it, so it doesn't matter.
Back to full health after 3 dice.
You sit around on the pinnacle rock, tending to your wounds and eating some traveller's biscuits to recharge your energy, as down below you hear the sound of the lava bubbling and smoking away. And Zinhorn, you study the gem and determine that it is a gem of seeing. This is a wondrous item, it is rare, it requires attunement. This gem has 3 charges. As an action, you could speak the gem's command word and expend 1 charge. For the next 10 minutes, you have true sight out to 120 feet when you peer through the gem. The gem regains 1 expended charge daily at dawn.
Oh.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
That is the thing that is there. I'm back to full health, but I needed about 6 of my hit dice to do it. I actually took a surprisingly large amount of damage from that fight.
Yeah.
So I explained what this gem does.
Yep, and the command word is Cobblepot.
What?
Cobblepot.
Cobblepot.
Yes.
Just real quick, Dale, you may want to change the stream page.
Well, what's
because you're stuck on editing.
Oh,
the,
yeah, I see. Yep, I see. Whoops.
Yeah,
I thought. There we go. We're back.
Okay. Just let you know.
So you said it required attunement, didn't you?
Yes, it does.
So it wouldn't be useful today. As the person who's going to be staying back more often, I guess that would be useful to me. That being said, though, it could be useful for basically anybody if used outside of combat.
Yes. Because true sight is very useful.
True sight's like
will allow you to see
everything.
Yeah, invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions, succeed on saving throws against them, and perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, you could see into the ethereal plane.
I see everything!
Oh, I have a spare attunement slot, so...
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if nothing else, that'll be useful in the Tomb of the Nine Gods.
Yeah, if the more combat-based people want to keep their attunement slots for other things, I might take this and attune to it tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, Beam, I guess.
Yep, okay.
You finish your rest and look over the chasm of lava and prepare for the relatively short but still nerve-wracking flight over to Moa's shrine. As you prepare to take flight, Sir Lucian reaches into his pack and pulls out the rolled-up carpet of flying. He unfurls it, stands on top of it, and barks the command phrase. The carpet begins to hum and vibrate with magical energy as it lifts off the ground. So Lucian looks down at you and he says, "Zinhorn, Bobbit, hop aboard! I could save you the effort of flying across."
Oh, that will definitely come in handy later on. I appreciate that.
Bobbit, would you like to use your helicopter pack, or would you like to just ride on Sir Lucian's carpet?
Depends. You know, flapping on the carpet.
He pats a spot right next to his feet and says, "Come here, young Bobbit. You can be the navigator, so that I can travel in luxury." And with this, he reaches into his armor and begins adjusting something underneath, going, "Oh, yes, it'll give me time to get this wedgie fixed."
I mean, it was either that or I could always use Keeper, but I feel that'd be a tad inconspicuous. Alright, sit on the magic carpet. Yay!
Kitty just sent an updated Ava.
Thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Kitty. Yes.
Kitty.
Zinhorn just goes up behind Bobbit and starts humming a tune as the carpet goes along.
I can show you
the
world.
So is Kitty listening, even though she's not?
No, I just messaged her whenever she gets on, but she took it as we did.
Okay, yeah, no, it would have been fine.
I don't know if she's listening or not.
Well, either way,
yeah.
Best of Kitty.
Alright, yes, get well. So Lucian points at Moa's shrine and he says, "Now, upholstery of the atmosphere, fly!" And the carpet begins to ever so slowly make its way across the chasm, making an odd vibrating sound as it flies across.
As we're going across, I want to use my perception to sort of just keep my eye out, make sure nothing's the lava's not going to blow up or anything like that. Just
yes, that's a good idea.
Keeping an eye out.
That makes sense. You do that. I'll focus on just staying on the damn thing.
Meanwhile, Ava and Bulb, I assume, Bulb, you're going to just fly across with your wings?
Yeah.
So once
I'm going to try and glide the thermals.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is actually really good for that, because you just,
Once you see Lucian's flying carpet begin to hover over the chasm with Zinhorn and Bobbit sitting down beside him, you look to your side, you see Ava stretching out her wings, and you do the same, and the two of you lift off and take flight across the chasm, following behind the carpet, riding the thermals, and eventually passing by the carpet, zooming towards Moa's shrine. And when you get about halfway there, down below, the surface of the lava churns and roils, and then you hear a loud crash as a plume of lava shoots up right in front of you. Please make an acrobatics check, Bowl.
Crap. At least it's not athletics, I'll take that.
Evasive maneuvers.
We got inspiration last session, didn't we?
Yes, we did, yes.
Yeah.
I'm using that.
Oh god, that bad.
That's a little bit better. That's 14.
14. Right, I'll roll for Ava and then I'll tell you what I got. That exchange plus 5.
My first roll was a 2 plus 3.
Okay, required a 15, so Ava and Bowl both failed, as your feathers are singed by the lava. You manage to dodge respectively to the left and right, swooping around to avoid flying directly into the plume of magma, but the edges of it still singe you, and you both take 12 points of fire damage.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, the flying carpet slowly moves past you and comes to a stop above Moa's shrine. It slowly lowers down onto the grass, and then you see Sir Lucian, Bobbit, and Zinhorn step carefully off, and Sir Lucian begin to roll the carpet up and stow it back in his pack. Ava and Bowl both sigh as they fly through the pain and dive bomb onto the grass in front of Moa's shrine, breathing in exertion.
The second they land, Bob just runs up to both of them, going, "Oh no, you guys okay? You hurt? Do you need heals? Do you need hugs? Actually, hugs are bad for burns. Do you want one anyway?"
Sure.
Did I notice anything as we're coming up to the shrine? Was there anything like what
no.
I've seen?
No. Luckily, the carpet was moving slowly enough and high enough that it was not in any danger of being hit by any lava plumes.
But at the shrine itself, like as we were coming in, did I notice anything? What did I see?
So you're now at the shrine. You're on top of a column of rock that rises 200 feet above the lava. A walled ruin overgrown with palm trees and creepers perches on the summit. You can't actually see anything inside the shrine without entering, but the area around the shrine appears to be completely normal. You don't see any movement in amongst the trees, and there doesn't appear to be anything in the way of traps in the courtyard. Actually, I'll get the map up.
Where's my
Actually, Zinhorn, what did you roll? I'd like you to make a perception check, please, Zinhorn.
That is a 21.
21. Let me just see. Yeah, unfortunately, Zinhorn, you don't see anything aside from the rather normal-looking courtyard and the building itself, which is overgrown with vines and palms and creepers and the like.
I know what a Jakuli is.
Yes, Moa is, according to the legend, a Jakuli, the trickster god. Would you like to know what a Jakuli is?
Yes.
Okay, so I would like either... hello M1, you're here. So M1, we just had a random encounter, and Sir Lucian took out, like, 2 enemies in one turn.
Yeah, it was freaking mental, it was insane.
And then we used Sir Lucian's flying carpet to fly across the lava chasm to the next shrine.
He's so goes around lopping heads off people.
Yeah. I would like either Bulb or Zinhorn to do a nature check, please.
Can I collaborate with Zinhorn and give him advantage?
Yeah,
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I help Zinhorn.
You help me or do I help you?
I help you.
Alright, so you get advantage support.
Because I think you have nature, don't you?
I have 0 for nature.
Oh, +0?
Wow. Well then Zinhorn
Really?
Zinhorn cannot assist you with nature, then you have to do it yourself.
Oh, I'll do it then, because I have deficiency in nature.
I thought he had nature. Or at least something in nature.
He's got animal handling, he's an animal
That's because
druid.
it's intelligence. Hell, even I got +4.
And he's an animal druid, whereas Bulb is a plant druid, so...
No, for some reason, because I don't use it, I had in my head that nature was like a wisdom thing for druids, but...
No, that's survival.
That's a weird pick.
Yeah, I know, it's...
Moving on.
So I don't... So I'm doing this just normally then?
Yep, doing it just normally.
That's okay, that's a 15.
So, you think what a Jakuli is, and you recall the knowledge that you've read about when poring through the Emerald Enclave's books on Cholts before you came here. A Jakuli is an agile tree-dwelling creature that resembles a snake. It looks like a snake with mouthed dark purple scales and an arrow-shaped head topped with sharp forward-pointing horns. Some members of the species have heads that are more broad and flat, with razor-edged horns projecting as a ridge on either side. Thankfully, Jakuli are not innately aggressive or hostile towards others, from what you can recall. However, they are very territorial and easily excitable.
Oh, okay.
They are also apparently able to change the colour of their skin, much like a chameleon, to blend into surroundings.
Lovely.
That part's slightly worrisome.
Also, I only just realized, how are we transporting the cubs?
The
kids?
Well, we'll just say they were on the carpet, so Lucy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just realized we have 3 kittens with us.
Yeah,
and...
That's a lie, I may have forgotten they were here.
Well, they're the size of domestic cats, so they could, just sit in... They're probably just sitting in Bulb's cloak, if anything, while he was flying. So, yeah.
Bulb's cloak is
not me, Ava's cloak.
Yeah, Ava's cloak, yeah.
Okay.
Because I generally don't take, pets into account when it comes to stuff like that. Because otherwise it would be... Yeah, that's doing you a favour.
Well, to be fair, we did have a dog that just travelled in a coat.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Blinky on me at all times somehow.
That's true.
Don't worry about it.
I share this information with the others and keep an eye out for snakes, everybody. Especially in the trees.
So keep doing what we're doing then.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Moa's the god of trickster. The trickster god was
Moa
too
is
honest
indeed
to lie.
the god of... Yes.
Too honest to lie? Is that what it's... Oh, gee, okay, that's...
Yes, you may...
Can you be a trickster god if you're too honest to lie?
Found out how Moa had betrayed him. He vowed to catch the Jakuli and eat them. So, Wongo the Sioux monster. Interesting.
Yes. So, either expect tests of truth or expect tests of trickery.
Being eaten.
Is this going to be...
I don't trust my dice. They've all been rolling like shit.
This is gonna be fun!
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't, because I'm fucking squishy.
What are you thinking of doing then?
I was gonna say I would like to try and just... Yeah, I know. I would like to try and stealth just to the foot of the steps and see what I can see inside the walkway.
Yep, please make a stealth check. It will be with advantage because you've got your shoes.
Fuck it,
you
man.
can't go any worse than the last time you tried using stealth.
That's true. Much better. That's a 21.
A 21. As you stealth through, something is going to attempt to sniff you out, and it fails. You stealth to the stairs. Just to the foot of the stairs, or do you want to climb up?
Can I see over the stairs, or are they taller than 2 feet?
No. You can see over the stairs. You can see a stone door. It looks similar to the one at the last shrine, but much less heavy, and should require a considerable mount less effort to open. It is covered in cobwebs, and you cannot see what is on the other side. However, Bulb, as you stealth through the courtyard, I would like you to make a perception check, and you may do it with advantage, as you recalled what Jakulis are.
No, that was 2 18s plus 5, so that's 23.
23, okay. You notice that there are Jakulis hiding in the trees, coiling around the branches, each one in groups of 2.
Okay, so that's...
So there are 8 altogether.
6, 8.
Oh, man.
Okay!
They do not appear to have noticed you yet. They are simply staring down into the courtyard, waiting for someone to make their way under the tree branches so that they can presumably drop down onto them.
They are so cute. Honesty or trickery, honesty or trickery, honesty or trickery.
I mean,
that being said, they're probably just beasts like fucking last time.
possibly.
Well, you could try to talk to them if you want to make your presence known. They may be monstrosities, but they could be beasts.
Would Zinhorn have seen these before?
No, Zinhorn, you've not seen them in person, and with your 0 in nature, I doubt you would have read off them.
Mm.
And if Bolt tries to point him out to us where he is now, they'll know he's there.
Yeah.
Can I use my Mask of Animal Friendship without alerting them?
Well, once you start, you can use the mask, but once you start to talk to them, obviously they'll know you're there.
Yeah. Animal Friendship. I just want to...
I mean, you could still use it to see if it will work on them.
Yeah, that's... Oh, I actually need to say something.
Yeah. You'll need to cast it and then say something.
Oh, and if its intelligence is 4 or higher, it fails immediately. And if it's not a beast.
I mean, what have you got to lose, except being eaten alive by snakes?
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
So, let me just...
And I can't exactly communicate to you guys that there's snakes everywhere, because to speak through the speaking stone...
Yeah.
Oh, I should have taken the telepath feat.
Maybe.
So what would you like to do, Bulb?
Can I walk back using the same stealth check that I used before?
You'd have to roll another one.
Well, then I've got nothing to lose. I use Animal Friendship from my mask on Jakuli 5.
Okay. What do you say to Jakuli 5?
You cornered, mate.
May we pass?
You lift the mask to your face and...
Well, I'm always wearing it,
yeah,
so...
you press your hand against the tip of the mask's mouth and whisper, "May we please pass?" And at once, all 8 Jakulis uncoil around the branches and look at you, and they just stare at you for a moment, and Jakuli 5 opens its mouth and says, "What? We didn't see you come through the courtyard? I believe you've already passed, then, haven't you?"
Huh. Does that mean I can...
Mask off. Was there the whole time.
Does that mean I can enter?
The snakes look at you, at Jakuli 5, who appears to be the impromptu spokesnake for the group, hisses his forked tongue out between his lips and says, "Yes, you got past us without being noticed. You may enter Moa's shrine.
Well, son of a bitch, if that's how we get past, I'm just gonna sit the entrance again. Fucking Christ.
You could ask them for permission. You could ask them for permission for the others to come through.
Yeah, I was just about to say, seeing as I pass successfully, can my companions now enter as well without having to pass the test?
The Jakuli thinks for a moment. Its forked tongue tastes the air and it says, Moa said a test of stealth or a test of strength. Said nothing about a test of speech, but make a persuade check, please, Bold.
Oh, god damn it.
If you're ever going to roll high, now's the time to roll high.
Yep.
That was a 4.
Oh, we're dead.
Well, not necessarily. It just means that I can enter and you guys stay there for now.
The Jakuli tastes the air again and says, We are prepared to fight to the death. If your allies wish to pass, they must sneak or they must fight. Honesty or trickery.
Well,
can I use Mask of the Wild with to help me stealth across?
Yes.
Or then I will try and communicate this to you using this stone to see if they respond to that, because I'm guessing you're probably too far away to actually hear them.
They do respond by turning their heads in the direction of the courtyard entrance, waiting for your allies to make their presence known.
Okay, so I'll let you guys know that this is either a sneak or fight situation.
Don't have time for more fights.
And while you guys deliberate what's happening, I'm going to walk up to the door.
Can I see any Jakuli now, or?
Now that Bulb has pointed out the presence of the Jakuli, you can all see all 8 of them hanging in the trees.
Okay. I have a new plan. I'm going to beast shape into a Jakuli.
Ah, okay. Well, they're CR 1/2, so you can certainly do that.
Oh, okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'll be right back.
And then I'm just going to make my way around near where the trees are and just sort of like blending in as Jakuli, and then...
Yep. You may make a stealth check with advantage as you are using the chameleon skin to blend in.
Oh, that is a 17 plus 5, that is 22.
It's 22. You transform into a Jakuli, turn your scales the same hue of green to match the grass, and begin to slowly slither around the trees. Meanwhile, the Jakuli are going to make perception checks to try to spot you, and that is a 17. They do not manage to spot you, and you make your way over to the stairs, still in Jakuli form. As you begin to slither up the stairs, your scales turn the colour of concrete until you arrive next to Bowl.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard to look through my spells and see if there's literally anything I could use to try and get me across.
The problem is, I don't have Pass Without Trace anymore.
Ava just looks at Sir Lucian and Bobbit in turn and says, "Oh, and it cut some bitches."
No. Don't you dare get Ava killed because you want to fight as her.
The longer we sit here and waste time, the worse things are going to be for us, or more specifically Lucian and Bold.
Yeah, I think Ava could probably stealth across.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know stealth is this thing, but what if we tried distracting them instead?
You could do that.
You could try, it's just... I don't want to get into a fight now that 2 of us have passed.
I mean, if Ava gets across, that'd be 3.
You want?
Yep, Sir Lucian.
Sir Lucian just to glide across the...
On his flying carpet. Yeah, on his flying carpet, just fly above them. That would probably work. Provided they're not looking above. Provided they have no reason to look above.
Well, can I...
in front of their head. They can't look above.
Can I see from where I am if they're still all staring at the front of the courtyard?
Yes.
I'll check something.
Okay, I would like to tell Bobbit that they're all looking at the entrance to the courtyard.
Yeah, waiting to see if someone comes in through the front.
Just checking something, because...
And I guess the flying carpet, while it was vibrating, is still silent, isn't it?
Well, it makes it like a noise as it moves, but if it was yeah, but that said, they are snakes. They don't really have hearing.
Okay,
they detect you using vibrations and smell. So
ending. We don't fart. It'd be fine. My death plague's worn off now, so that pestilence is now limited to my impending death in
several days.
I was going to say, with my Dark Shard amulet, I do have access to a number of, pretty much almost all the warlock spells.
Cantrips, yes.
At least. And one of them, I could try and use a minor illusion to try and use it as distraction.
Yes, you could attempt that.
I mean, the best idea I've got, unfortunately.
This is true, and if you want to do it, sure, but what if Zinhorn and I check what's inside first? Because we may have passed the test and just need to go in. Because I'm pretending that I can't see the blacked out areas.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can go and check.
Well, you can't. They're blacked out at the moment unless they were... Oh, you mean, yeah, you can't see that there are 3 rooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to do that, I would require Zinhorn or Bulb, probably Bulb because Zinhorn is still in the form of a Jakuli, to make an athletics check to force the stone door open.
Just a second. Well, I may as well try it first. Actually, what's my strength? Fuck. Strength is -1. That's a 13.
You grab it and groan. And it feels like it's not going to budge, but after a solid minute of trying, finally you hear a click, and then with a shudder, the door slides away, revealing on the other side a long hallway, a long rubble-strewn corridor carved with serpents, with small slits in the wall, spaced every 5 feet.
Okay.
Above the entrance, a stone plaque bears a message, but it is written in Tabaxi.
Fuck.
Any?
Yeah, well, can you get here?
I can try.
Fucking Tabaxi, I'm gonna need to get to learn that.
Well, you know.
Zinhorn, remind me to ask Bobbit to teach me someday.
Zinhorn just looks up and goes... So, Bobber, would you like to go with your minor illusion plan?
I mean, first I got, so basically have... So I'm going to try and get myself, and obviously myself and Solution across. So I guess I gave a...
Yeah, she can fly along.
Yeah. So pretty much go up pretty much back out, so if we do take off, they can't see us, because I only need 30 feet. Oh shit, that could be an interesting one. So cast that and then fly across and hope.
So do you want to make did you want to make like a minor illusion of just a person standing like here in the edge of the courtyard or something?
Create an image of an object such as a chair, many footprints, or small object must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. Can I make a person?
You could make
a bulb-sized person.
Yeah, you 5 feet. You could make like a gnome or a halfling.
Ooh, halfling. That could be fun.
It wouldn't be able to move. It would just be standing there. But you know, all you need is for them to see it and go towards it.
It's either that or making a large noise to get their attention elsewhere, because I can do that as well. So you do a sound that makes a large noise.
Yep, so you could do thaumaturgy or you can do minor illusion. Which one?
Sadly, thaumaturgy is not a wall.
No, it is not.
Shame. Dumb, but that's where we're at. So if I say we fly up in the air, go above it, I make one around here to get their attention, look that way, and we sort of just fly over the top quietly to...
Yep.
Yeah, no.
So you snap your fingers and the image of Yep.
Yeah.
You snap your fingers and the image of a halfling. Is this halfling dressed in anything in particular?
Well, remember when we did that lovely attempt at infiltrating the kitchens in Xanathar there?
Yes.
So Bobbitt's just gonna do a representation of that particular halfling, just dressed in really bright clothing, try to make it as bright and colourful as humanly possible, and just sort of have it stand smack bang in the middle of right here,
right there. You all see a female halfling with glisteningly bright blonde hair, dressed in very bright kitchen employee's garb, a big orange apron, a bright green shirt underneath, pink trousers, appear out of nowhere in the middle of the courtyard, not moving, not making any sound, and yet all of the Jakuli see it, and Jakuli 5 hisses out, found you, and they drop off the branches and begin to slither slowly down into the courtyard to approach the halfling. As they do this, Sir Lucian, you reach into your pack, unfurl the flying carpet, and as
I assumed he was doing that as the second.
Yep. You unfurl the magic carpet, lay it down on the grass, and then you, Bobbit, and Ava step onto it. Sir Lucian, if you have the command words written down, please speak them.
Rompa bompa stompa boo!
The carpet begins to vibrate as it slowly lifts off the ground, and you point at the shrine and say, "Over there!" And the carpet slowly, ever so slowly, sails over the air and silently deposits the three of you in front of the stairs.
So imagine they're sitting there going, found you, and then Bobbitt's just quietly sitting there on the carpet going, fooled you.
And just as Sir Lucian begins to roll up the carpet and put it back in his pack, one of the Jakulis reaches out to bite the halfling, and as the Jakuli bites the halfling, it vanishes, and all of the Jakulis turn in unison and look at you all on the stairs. They narrow their eyes, and the Jakuli 5 says, "Fine, you pass!" And they make their way back up into the trees.
We're setting fire to the forest.
And that's how you get someone with stealth past a stealth mission. Moving on!
The entire forest is in fire.
So, the rubble-strewn corridor ahead of you is narrow enough that you'll have to make it through. You'll have to go into single file to make it through. Otherwise, there is the tabaxi carved into the top of the door frame just beyond the entrance.
Has anyone actually pointed that out to Bobbit yet?
I assume that's why you came across, because I told you through the stone.
Yes, yeah. So Bobbit, you read it, and it says, Moa teaches us that secrets hide the truth.
Well, we'll relay that to the others for them to try and think on what that actually means.
So what was it? It was...
Moa teaches us that secrets hide the truth.
And along this hallway there was serpent faces in the stone?
Yep,
with
so
open mouths?
the walls of this rubble-strewn corridor are carved with serpents, and arrow slits are spaced along the walls every 5 feet. Cobwebs fill the arrow slits and hang like drapes from the corridor ceiling. At the very end of the corridor, you can just see a large open room with some sort of stone altar.
Bobbert, how far is your mage hand again?
Mage hand...
30 feet.
Yeah.
You want to stand where I'm standing and try and lift it up?
I mean, I could do that.
I also just realised that at level 8 I get my best beast shape. Awesome.
Yes. What is Bobbert going to use Mage Hand to do?
Well, he's suggesting, we haven't decided yet, to try and use Mage Hand to just pick the cube up where it...
Well, you can't see the cube? You can't see the cube. You can only see this stone altar here. But
well, before we try going down this lovely hallway of death, if we're going with the whole trickery thing, Bob wants to check like alongside like the walls here, like where the doorway is, to see if there's anything hidden as like a secret entrance or something.
Please make an investigation check, Bobbert.
That is 19.
19. You find nothing other than smooth creeper and moss-covered stone. The single hallway appears to be the only entrance.
No serpent tracks on the ground, was there?
Serpent heads carved into the
serpent heads.
Yeah. Serpents carved into the walls above the arrow slits.
I'm still Jakuli.
Yep. Would you just like to slither through?
Yeah, I want to just go in just a little bit just to see if anything happens.
Okay, yep. So you slither into the corridor and past the first arrow slit, and nothing happens, save for a gust of wind blowing in from outside and subtly disturbing the cobwebs.
Guess I'm gonna move into the next section.
Yep.
I'm just watching to see if I notice
You
anything.
slither 5 feet forward past the second set of arrow slits, and again, nothing, though once again you do notice some sort of draft rattling the cobwebs that are draped over the slit. Finally, you slither over the third arrow slit, and nothing happens yet again, aside from a gust of wind blowing into the corridor from somewhere, causing the cobwebs to flap. And then you...
I was going to say, did the rest of us see anything, or is it just watching gusts of wind?
Just only Zinhorn sees this, because Zinhorn's actually in the corridor. Finally, you reach the open chamber at the end of the corridor and appear to be perfectly safe.
Do I notice anything about the room that would be like knowing this, the trickster?
Yep.
Would I know anything?
So in the middle of this room, you see a stone cube resting on a plain stone pedestal. Statues of 12 Tabaxi warriors jut from the surrounding walls, aiming their bows at the pedestal. The floor in front of the pedestal bears a mosaic depicting a monstrous serpent constricting a furious monkey, but moss obscures much of the detail.
Nah, that stone cube has to be bullshit. Unless they're trying to be super honest about it.
So is that what's right in front of me? Is like,
yep.
Is that the mosaic? Or?
Yes. So this is the mosaic, and this is the pedestal with the cube on it.
And is the mosaic raised up, or is that on?
It's raised. Yeah, it's raised up on a slightly raised platform, about maybe half a foot.
Would you be able to check to see if there's any traps using your thieves' tools?
No, that would be me. And thieves' tools are just
for disabling them if you find them. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you can actually see them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, unless
Intuition.
you specifically say, I'm going to search blah 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 to see if there's a trap there, or your passive perception is high enough, then you won't see them until they activate.
Yeah, mine is not.
I'm saying passive perception.
Yes.
Yeah, yours is great. I get nothing.
Can I make my way around the other side of the mosaic? Just slowly just keeping
You
it.
slither around the room, keeping your eye on the tabaxi archers who keep their bows trained on the pedestal. And when you reach the other side of the mosaic, everything seems to be the same. There's probably more detail to the mosaic, but someone would have to clear the moss away.
With my passive...
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, with my passive perception of 20, can I see any traps in the walkway into the chamber?
You do notice that the walkway appears to be floored by exactly 3 large stone slabs, each one about 5 feet wide and 5 feet long. Aside from that, the only other thing you notice is that the cobwebs that drape over the arrow slits are jiggling and rustling as if there's some sort of draft of wind disturbing them. But it seems to be coming from behind them, not necessarily from outside.
Okay.
Well,
So do you mention that to the rest of us?
yes.
Okay, Bobbitt's going to pull out her lovely painting kit and is going to start trying to draw a door pretty much along here to see if there's anything behind that wall.
Yep. Very well. So Bobbit pulls out the marvelous
How much
pigments.
pigments does it cost to, or how much feet does it cost to make it?
So to make it, well, depends how big you want the door to be. To be able to let Sir Lucian in, it'll cost 10 feet. But to make a door that you, Bulb, and Ava can enter, it would only cost 5 feet. But for Sir Lucian and Zin...
Lucy can... Yeah, they can duck. 5 feet it is.
5 feet. So yep, Bobbit pulls out her box of marvellous pigments and begins to paint a doorway on the outside wall. And... you... paint a doorway and step back as the magic in the paint takes effect. The door becomes physical and real, and you can see on the other side that there is a vast open chamber behind the arrow slits. You step through the doorway and find yourself in a room where a statue of a coiled serpent dominates this web-filled room. The statue is missing its head, which lies broken on the floor next to a stone cube.
Bob sticks her head back out the door and tells Bob, "Can you tell Zinhorn to come back? Bob wants to mess with something and she's not sure what'll happen if she does."
Can Zinhorn see me from where he is?
He can, but he probably can't hear you because he's a snake.
Bobbit, how do you suggest I do that?
Bobbit doesn't know. She's not the one that talks to animals all the time.
Bobbit, you can actually tell from here, now that you can see now that you're on the opposite side of the arrow slits, that there is no crossbow or dart trap or anything that's going to fire through those slits.
Oh. And Bobbit just
they appear to be completely fake.
Oh yeah, all the arrow things are fake. They were just tricks.
Bulb is going to walk into the first 5 feet square and look in the hole on the right.
Yep. So Bulb, you step into the corridor and kneel down and peer through the arrow slit on the right. Do you have dark vision, Bulb?
Yes.
Very well. You see that there is yet another room on the other side of the arrow slit. A large statue of a coiled serpent dominates this web-filled room. Clutched in the statue's jaws is a stone cube.
I knew it.
There's also a stone cube in the room that Bobbitt's in. It's lying on the floor next to the statue's head.
So one of these is real, the other two are fakes.
Yeah,
clearly.
so as I said, when Bobbit entered the room, statue of a coiled serpent dominates this web-filled room. The statue is missing its head, which lies broken on the floor next to a stone cube.
So we have 3 to pick from.
You have 3 cubes. One where Zinhorn is, one where Bobbit is, and one on the other side of these arrow slits.
And what did the template said? It said hidden behind secrets is where the truth lies or something?
Yes. Well, it said, the thing out the front said, Moa teaches us that secrets hide the truth.
Secrets hide the truth.
There is also the mosaic in the room where Zinhorn is, though you won't be able to see if there's anything on that until you clear the moss away.
Okay, well...
Can I notice anything on the pedestal in the room that I am? Is there anything that's...
Just a stone cube. Other than that, the pedestal looks plain and unremarkable.
I would like to walk forward.
I'm going to go onto the mosaic and just sort of like try using my Jaculi tail to clear it away.
Yep. I would like you to make an athletics check, please.
While he's doing that, I have an odd thing I want to try and do. Instead the statue's head was broken on my side, I'd actually like to try and pick the statue head up and put it back where it was and cast Mending on it.
You pick up the statue's head.
Do I have to do a strength check to see if I can...
No, it seems light enough. You lift it up, hoist it up to the neck of the serpent and cast Mending, and the head reattaches. The serpent statue is now whole again.
Got a 19.
19, ooh, okay, so Zinhorn, you use your Jaculi tail to slash and sweep the moss away, and underneath there is a message written in Tabaxi across the middle of the mosaic.
I cannot read Tabaxi, so...
Love it. Everybody wants to love it.
So I'm walking up the hallway to where Zinhorn is.
And as you walk up the hallway, nothing happens, even though you're expecting one of these 3 large slabs to either press into the floor or explode or something. You reach Zinhorn, who has finished brushing...
I've got to see it first so that I can tell you if there is actually...
You see Zinhorn, who has just finished brushing the moss away, and with his tail he points at the message written in Tabaxi on the mosaic.
Now I call out for Bobbit.
Yay!
So Bobby, you're just going to sprint up the hallway?
Yeah, just that whole little run out the door.
Yeah! Bobbit runs out the door and up the hallway. Sir Lucian and Ava tagging along behind, seeing as how it seems to be safe for everyone to enter now. So Lucian, would you like to go with them, or would you like to stay outside?
I want to go with them.
Yeah, alright. So everyone's in the shrine. So Bobbit, you look down at the message and you translate it. It reads, "Death rewards a thief deceived. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth."
What was that first half?
Death rewards a thief deceived. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth.
So it is one from one of the serpents.
Okay, so obviously the one in the middle is a definite trap.
Can I have a look at one of the keys that we've collected and just see if there's any markings on it?
That makes sense, yeah.
Or is it just a plain, smooth cube?
You look at the 2 cubes, and each of them has carved into it an image of the god it represents. Okay,
can I have a look at the cube in this room?
It has an image of a snake carved into it.
just a normal snake?
It could be a normal snake or it could be a Jakuli. There's not enough detail on the carving.
Okay. How big are these arrow slits in the hallway?
Oh, they're about maybe an inch, about an inch across and about half an inch tall. Yeah. Basically just enough for an arrow to be fired through, even though there did not appear to actually be any arrow traps.
I would like to go into the room of the one that Bobbit opened up and examine the cube in that one.
Yep. That said, Bulb, your passive perception is 20, correct?
Yep.
So as you're about to exit this room, you see, embedded in the walls to the south, 2 hidden doors. One on the left.
Okay, well, I use the hidden doors
on the right. Yes. Make an athletics check, please, to open the secret door.
Sir Lucian, can you please open this door for me?
Sir Lucian, please make an athletics check.
I refuse to consider my painting a doorway was a bad idea. I still stand by it.
Well, it did reveal that the traps were false, so...
Yeah, I still have...
What would you like?
An athletics check, please.
Yeah, let's do this Lucian style. Juggle, 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 roll. That is a 17.
So Lucian groans and slams his shoulder into the door, snapping it off its hinges and allowing Bulb to gain access to the secret room beyond.
Could you please open the other one while I examine this cube, please,
yep.
Sir Lucian?
Sir Lucian, please make another athletics check to open the other door.
Okay, that is a 14.
Yep.
18. What's
so
the
as
DC?
yeah, that's fine. It's only 12 to break it. So as Bulb enters the room, you cross to the other side of the hallway, and with a groan of exertion, smash your sword against the other secret door, forcing it open so that anyone who wants to enter the eastern secret room may do so. Meanwhile, Bulb, you look down at the stone cube. Do you touch it at all? Because it is just lying on the floor.
No.
I would like to see what I can see of it before I touch it.
So from here on the floor, you can see that its surface has a carved image of a snake. It's also covered in dust and bits of cobweb that obscure some of the detail.
So what you're saying is we can either pick them up, which would be possibly a trap, or you get someone with, say, like, prestidigitation to just sort of, like, breathe it off.
Or Druidcraft.
Yeah, because use Druidcraft to...
Yep. You use Druidcraft, sweeping away the dust and the cobwebs, and underneath, see a carving identical to the one in the main chamber.
Okay, now I'll go look at the one in the other room.
Yep. You move past Sir Lucian and Ava and step into the next room, and you see this cube clasped within the jaws of the Serpent statue. And you examine it, and it is remarkably clean. The carving appears to be identical to the other two.
Thick. Well, I'm out of ideas. Anyone else?
I mean, you did say it was cleaner than, like, the other ones, right?
Yes. Well, the other one was dirty because it's been lying on the floor. This one is...
And the one that was in the middle room?
Well, it's... The one in the middle room is also quite clean, but it looks as if it's sat here for a long time.
Yeah, as opposed to the other one that sat there for the same amount of time, but looks like in pristine.
Yes.
Yeah. If we're going just solely based on cleanliness, unless someone wants to try and detect magic to see if there's any magic from these things, I reckon the one on the right's our bet.
I can, but I don't want to waste another 10 minutes when we've already spent quite a bit of time here.
Remember the message. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth.
But there's 2 serpent.
One wasn't in the mouth.
One was broken. There you go. Alright, I think that's our winner.
Okay, well, someone else can grab it because I can't afford to lose any more health.
Okay, well,
Yep.
first things first, get everyone else out of the damn main chamber.
Yep.
In snake form.
Yep. Zinhorn's going to go in there.
Yep.
Just literally get everyone out of the out of the main room.
Yep. So you're all going to exit the shrine while Zinhorn goes to the secret room.
Yeah, but I'm going to look in the southernmost arrow slit.
Yep.
Watching Zinhorn.
Very well. So Lucian, Ava, and Bobbit creep back down the hallway, while Bulb stands just inside the hallway, peering through the southernmost arrow slit, watching Zinhorn as Zinhorn enters the secret room and slithers up to the Serpent statue. What do you do, Zinhorn?
Using my tail, or I make my way up using the tail that will wrap up the cube.
Yep.
And try and grab it out of the mouth.
Please make a strength check.
That is a 15.
There's a loud click as you wrench the cube from the Serpent's mouth. Bulb, from where you are, you see at the end of the hallway the cube on the pedestal disappear into a puff of green smoke. As it does so, all of the Tabaxi soldiers fire their bows into whoever may have been standing in the middle of the chamber. And then you hear a loud clunk as the stone slab beneath your feet slides open, revealing a pit underneath. Bulb, please make a dex save. You may do it with advantage because of your ability.
Okay.
That is an unnatural 20.
Yep. Cawing with surprise, you flap your wings and fly out of the hallway as the slab falls down, revealing a 10-foot deep pit filled at the bottom with a puddle of sickly green slime.
Oh. One.
Yeah.
So, the one on the right was not the right one?
Well, Zinhorn is still holding the cube. It didn't vanish like the one in the main chamber.
I was going to stick a head in. I was going to stick a head on the one on the left just to make sure.
Yeah, Bobbit, you peer through the doorway you made and you can't see the other cube that was lying on the floor anymore.
Hooray, we got the right one. Now we just need to get Zinhorn.
That's easy. Zinhorn makes his way out and back, or making sure that the arrows have definitely stopped firing.
Yep. You're gonna slip through the arrow slit.
Is it how big is the pit? Is it all three of the squares are gone?
Well, only this one here is gone. Only the one that Bulb was standing on. The other two are still present.
Well, I'm going to go to just to here.
Yep.
And as a Jakuli, they have a spring function.
They do.
Which allows them to spring 30 feet in a straight line.
So would you like to spring down the hallway while holding the cube?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So you tense up your snake-like muscles and then use your tail to propel you forwards, springing down the hallway and landing in front of the rest of the group with the cube still grasped in your tail.
Let's go over to Bulb and just hand him the cube.
Oh, thank you. I put it in my bag.
The Jakulis in the trees all raise their tails in greeting, and Jakuli 5 whispers, "Well done."
You're the nicest snake Bobber has ever met.
I say,
Zinhorn just looks at Bobber and is just like...
Bobber just looks and goes, I mean actual snake, come on.
I ask the Jakuli, do you guys like playing tricks?
They all laugh in unison. Yes, tricks are the food of the soul.
Okay. If we put the door back and get rid of the door that we've made into this chamber, would you be happy to continue testing anybody who comes here?
I like it. says Jakuli, his tongue eagerly tasting the air.
Well, Bobbit, if you would like to clean the wall of your painting, and Sir Lucian, could you potentially help me or Zinhorn put the door back?
Yep, so...
Okay.
So, Sir Lucian, please make an athletics check while Bobbit cleans the paint off the wall, and you're going to put the stone slab back into place. It looks like no one's been here.
That is a 4-8. That is a fail.
That is a...
Well, what were you trying to roll?
Athletics.
And you rolled... What did you roll?
4 plus 4, so yeah, 8. So
8 less than my DC 12.
That's alright. Zinhorn can have a try. He can do it with advantage.
I think that Bobbit's always happy to push it back in.
Oh yeah, Bobbit, you do it. Bobbit, try it with advantage with Sir Lucian helping you.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, well.
That door fits snugly in place.
Sir Lucian just looks at the slab and he shrugs and he says, I think knocking those other two out took it out of me. So Bobbit and Zinhorn both step forwards and with minimal effort just place the stone slab back in the doorway, and then Bobbit casts mending on it to seal it back into place, and now it looks like nobody has entered the shrine.
I'm assuming I would have had to have come out of snake form.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the way I want to do is I want to just go out to the middle before doing that. I want to come out to the middle here.
Yep.
And then just transform back from Jakuli into Zinhorn in front of the other Jakuli.
The other Jakuli audibly gasp, and Jakuli 5 says, he was not one of us all along! Deceived! Tricked! And then they begin applauding with their tails.
Oh, god damn you!
Amazing!
Half a second after that whole, oh son of a bitch, don't tell me he went through this and now we still have to fight something.
Well, before we leave, I say to the Jakuli, now the others who come here may choose to fight you. I don't want you guys to die to continue the trickery.
But Moa says, test of stealth or test of strength, do not fear for us. We are but fey creatures, not real snakes.
Oh, well then, have fun.
Bobbit likes fey. I want to learn more about them.
And with that, you thank the Jakulis for testing you, place the cube into your bag with the other two, and leave Moa's shrine behind, looking as if it has not been disturbed.
Appreciate the test of trickery.
And so, using Sir Lucian's flying carpet and Bulb and Ava's wings, you make your way back over the chasm of lava. This time, with Bulb and Ava being particularly careful, flying just above the carpet and keeping pace with it as it makes its way over the chasm. After about 20 minutes, you are safely deposited on the pinnacle of rock on the other side.
Hooray! 3 down. Now what?
Well, I believe it might be prudent to go to Unk's shrine and see if the wizards have been there since the shrubs have reported.
That's a good idea. So you'd like to make your way to Unk's shrine?
Might as well.
Yep, you don't need a short rest. Would you like to search buildings on the way there?
No, speed is kind of the essence now.
Alright, so...
you can loot once you're not immediately dying, of course.
Yeah, we've fought a red wizard, and that kind of really hammered home to Bob that we do need to try and beat them to the punch.
Yep. And so you make your way down the cobblestone streets, passing by the ruined, foliage-choked buildings.
That being said, I would like to send out my brawn shrubs to go check houses as well.
Ah, yes.
So another 2 shrubs.
Yeah, man, tactical, they say as they wave at you and disperse into the city.
Oh.
continue making your way down the main street.
As we're making the way down, I'm just going over what the legend says about the flail snail Onk.
Yep.
Oh god, that one's next.
Yay! Oh god!
Oh boy!
And when the day dawned over his shell, the light blinded Ubtao and made his eyes water.
Oh, metagaming. I'm not gonna like fighting that if we have to. Sorry.
Yep. You find a side street leading off to the east, and so you pass down a flight of steps and begin to make your way through a maze of half-collapsed stone buildings. I would like somebody to please make a survival check to attempt to navigate through this. Or would you like Ava to do it?
I would like Ava to, because she has a +10.
Yes.
Oh, Ava's, wow.
Yeah.
Can I assist with a +8 survival?
Well, we'll see how she got a 24, so she doesn't need her
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
So Ava just flies up in the air, guiding the rest of you through this maze of buildings until you emerge through the maze of buildings and come to a small river that cuts the city into two halves. A fallen tree bridges the river ahead. Its trunk is wider than a man and stretches more than 100 feet. On both banks of the river lie ruined buildings.
Okay. So the river is 100 feet across, did you say?
Let me just double check. Yes, stretches more than 100 feet, so the map is not to scale.
No, yeah, that's okay.
And this would be, and the tree would be here.
Okay.
So the tree has fallen, somebody has cut the tree down, it's fallen across the river and bridges the river. You could cross over the tree trunk, or you could try to find some other way to get across the river.
Or would the flying carpet be of use to get across?
Yeah, probably.
Can I fly around and see if I can see anything waiting on the other side of the river?
Yes, you can. I would like you to, first of all, make a stealth check as you fly up into the air and fly across the river and see what's on the other side.
That's a 16 for stealth.
16, very well. I will be... Okay, that is a 17. I would like you... As you fly over the top of the river and peer on the other side, you catch a glimpse of what looks to be a humanoid figure standing at the base of a half-ruined tower, holding a longbow. He sees you approaching and fires his longbow at you.
Lovely.
He's going to roll to attack. That is a 25 to hit.
Jesus!
I walk out of the room for 5 seconds and you're getting shot.
And you take 10 points of piercing damage and must make a DC 15 con save, please.
And of course these are poisons.
33. Con save, did you say?
Yep.
No, that's only a 4.
So you take 10 points of piercing damage and 24 points of poison damage as the arrow strikes you. Satisfied with his shot, you see the humanoid figure crouch down on all fours and then with blinding speed run into the ruins of the tower.
Again, I walked out for like half a minute. What the hell did I miss?
I flew up to see if I could see if anything was hiding on the other side of the river and got shot.
Got spotted by someone who was standing there.
Okay, I fly back, fall to the ground behind the bush.
Everyone notices that you're bleeding.
Well, I like to imagine that I have an arrow sticking out of my side at the moment. And then I'm going to take... how many potions of healing do I have? I no longer have the Idle Tempest. I don't know why I still have that there. I am going to take both of my potions of healing. So is that 2d4s each?
Yes, 2d4 plus 2. Ava asks if you'd like a cure wounds.
I was going to say, I'm happy to use my last artificer spell for cure wounds for today.
Give me a
second. Cast mine's already at 3rd level.
Yeah, cure wounds would be nice from someone.
Who
2, 5, 6, 9, 13, 17 health I got back from my potions, which puts me up to 38 out of 55. I'll take it from Ava.
Yep.
Just because
Ava places a hand on you and casts Cure Wounds, and she gives you 7 HP back.
That's okay. It's 45 out of 55. It's just a 3rd level would probably go to waste.
Fair enough. I suppose you want to get the arrow pulled out of you.
Yeah, I'll pull it out before I get healed.
Jeez. Fucking mad lad.
There's someone in the tower using incredibly strong poisons.
So, how would you like to proceed?
Really like not an option here. Don't you have water walking as a...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, crossing the river isn't really the problem. We have many ways of doing it. It was trying to make sure we don't get ambushed halfway across the river.
Yeah.
Because it's 100 feet across.
And whoever shot at you, they appear to be quite a handy shot with a bow.
They're quite a handy shot, and they're incredibly fast.
Yes, running around on all fours.
Oh. Interesting.
Maybe that's why Ank's Shrine hadn't been touched.
Yeah, because they probably tried to get to it.
Yeah, that probably makes a lot of sense, actually.
They tried to get to it, got shot at, decided to check out another one.
You know what? No, that doesn't quite work out for us.
What if maybe we didn't go to Ank's Shrine? Unless someone has a way of getting across and dealing with that.
Well, he can only shoot at one of you at a time.
Yeah, but I went from very healthy to nearly dead in one shot.
Unless someone like, say, Sir Lucian goes across first and, draws all the shots and then you quickly rush behind.
Yeah,
that's also possible. How fast is the river running?
It's not moving particularly fast. Like, if you fell in it, you wouldn't be swept away. It's still enough that you can wade through it.
What if we sent Sir Lucian across first, but me and or maybe not Zinhorn, because he's used one of his wild shapes already, but what if then I went across in giant octopus form, stealthing under the water?
How would Solution be going across?
On his carpet.
If I go across with Solution...
You could also cross on the fallen tree as well.
Oh, true.
Because I do have a thought for what could happen. I'm trying to just reading to make sure that this would work. But... Mage Hand can interact with objects. So, could I go across with the carpet and have the Mage Hand in front of Solution to add a bit of extra cover or something?
Yeah, try and catch arrows.
To catch arrows out of the way.
I was gonna say, what if I summoned Keeper to fly right as we're going across as a potential extra target for him to try and shoot at?
There is that, but keep in mind too much activity and the UNT or the Red Wizards might notice.
I know. It's more of a distraction than anything else.
Remember, it is pretty hard to hit Sir Lucian.
Yeah, no, that's like if I get him extra cover or something, might.
Yeah.
Because if something was to hit,
I mean, we could just go and like try and keep as close to him as possible and have like solutions to shield us as we go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sir Lucian, would you like to cross the river by walking over the fallen tree, or would you like to use your flying carpet?
I will go... I'll just cross the river.
Yep, alright. Yep. So as you're making your way across the tree branch, I'd like you to make an athletics check, please.
Escort's been on my side. And that is not on my side. That is a 5.
That is
9.
9. It's okay, it was only DC 8 to get across. It's quite a wide tree.
Oh.
And this actually helps you out, because after seeing Bulb flying over, the assailant is watching the skies, and so you are able to cross most of the river on the tree branch, on the fallen tree trunk before he notices you're there. Under the tree, the water churns towards the falls, 200 feet down river.
Fucking welcome. I would still like to wild shape, actually, as a giant octopus, and go underwater ready to catch anything that might fall off the tree.
Yep. And Sir Lucian, just as you reach the end of the edge of the tree trunk, you see, standing in the shadow of a ruined tower, a man with the face of a tiger. And he raises his bow, and he shouts, "You want to fight with Bag of Nails? Bag of Nails will fight with you!" And he fires his arrow at you. And
Did you just say Bag of Nail?
Yes, Bag of Nails. He fires his bow at you, and that is a 21 to hit. So Lucian, you quickly pull your shield in front of you and hear the ting as the arrow bounces off. You hear the assailant swear in a language you can't understand, and once again he gets down on all fours and runs back into the ruins, giving the rest of the party ample time to make their way across the river.
Did any of us actually hear the other guy, the assailant, speak?
No, only Sir Lucian.
I can't even, roll to see if
Oh yeah, you can roll a perception. If you want to have heard it, you can roll perception to see if you heard it.
Well, I'm really glad I have advantage on those, because it's a 19, because I have an idea on how to get across as well.
So yes, Bobbit, you vaguely in the distance hear the assailant call out at Sir Lucian, and what Sir Lucian simply heard as a swear in a foreign language, you hear as a particularly nasty curse in Tabaxi. Basically the equivalent of the assailant describing the rather lewd act he would like to perform on Sir Lucian's mother.
I was going to say, Bobbit sort of ear twitches out, and everyone else in the group just sees Bobbit blush slightly. Well, it's a bad idea, but Bobbit's going to try and cross on the tree branch.
Yep. So anyone who wants to...
She does... Yep. Is anyone coming with?
Yeah.
I mean, you may as well.
What's in the water?
Yep. So you could just pull yourself out of the river on the other side.
Yeah.
Just wait and see if everyone makes it across safely.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm basically the safety net underneath.
Yep.
Yeah, as Bobbit is making her way across, though, she is going to be calling out into Baxi, going, "We don't wish to fight you. We just wish to cross the river."
Ava just draws her swords and flies over the river and says, "I'm gonna cut a bitch," and stands next to Sir Lucian. And so I would like Zinhorn and Bobbit to please make acrobatics checks as they make their way over.
I mean, I could do athletics or acrobatics.
Well, you can do whichever one you like. I was just picking acrobatics.
Athletics is a lot better than acrobatics.
Alright, do athletics then. Yep.
Mine was an 11.
That is 24.
Yep. So you both deftly make your way across the tree trunk and come to the other side of the riverbank where Sir Lucian and Ava wait. Bulb, do you stay in octopus shape?
Everyone's made it across, have they?
Yep.
No, I'm gonna have to get out and go out of form because on land speed is only 10 and If I save an octopus, it's not going to help.
You use your tentacles to hoist yourself up onto the riverbank. Just as you transform back into your base form, you hear the assailant call out from somewhere in the ruins. You're going to be Bag of Nails' finest hunt! Go get them, my pets! Get them! And then...
Rexy, we're not trying to fight you!
I would like Bobbit to please make a charisma check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Ooh. 14.
You hear the voice call back, Cowards! Cowards! Bag of Nails, not like cowards! You will feed my pets! And with that you see 2 Kamadans darting out of the ruins and pelting towards you on the street.
Bobbit's starting to not like Bag of Nails much either, but fine.
I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
I don't like any of my dice today.
Diplomacy has failed.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's better. 22.
I rolled an 11, and I'm considering swapping out my d20, because you are not being my friend right now.
Zinhorn and Lucian?
16. 16 from me.
Zinhorn and Lucian.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that is a 4 plus... Rolling for initiative? Oh, wow. Just a 4.
Well, remember, you do it with advantage because of your feat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So 8.
Yes, 8. Alright. And that's, that's better than nothing.
What's up with that dice today, man? They're terrible.
Yeah, they're being very bad today.
What feat gives you advantage?
Alert.
Oh,
It gives you advantage on... Yeah, it gives you advantage on initiative rolls. So if you haven't been doing that, you do get that.
I rolled the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
16.
Okay, Bulb, you are up first.
I forgot about that one.
Okay, so there's 2 Kamadans.
Yep. Tearing across the street.
And these are not beasts.
No, they are monstrosities.
That's right, because... Fuck it, why not? What's supposed to happen? Are they within 5 feet of each other? They are not within 5 feet of each other. Fuck. That's all I have to say to that. Fuck. I am going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
Yep.
Which will give me 4 rays, and I'm going to send 2 rays at each.
Kamadan, yep, go ahead, roll to hit them.
And I'm not flying, so it's just normal. Plus... Son of a... That's a 9 and a 15.
Oh. 9 and a 15. The 15 hits.
Okay. Fucking hell, how much damage is it? So, one of them takes 10 points of fire damage.
Yep.
And then the attack rolls to the other one is, once again, another 9, but a 26.
26. Okay, so...
The second one takes 5 damage.
5 damage.
One takes 10 and one takes 5.
Yep. Would you like to move anywhere?
I would like to fly 30 feet straight. No, I wouldn't. Are we just saying that these walls are actual walls?
Yeah, the walls on the map are real walls.
I would like to stand behind a wall somewhere.
Alright, so you quickly rush and hide behind a nearby wall on the other side of the street. It is Ava's turn. Ava casts Zephyr Strike on herself, and then she rushes over to Kamadan 2 and makes 2 attacks. And misses with one, but hits with the other, and deals 13 points of damage to the Kamadan. It is now the enemy's turn. Bag of Nails exits out of stealth, and he steps out into the street, and he raises his bow, and he shouts, "This is Bag of Nails' final hunt!" And he fires an arrow at Zinhorn with advantage. So that is...
with advantage?
Yep, with advantage, because he's using his Assassinate ability.
Oh.
And also Sneak Attack.
So alert doesn't do anything for...
No, it won't. Not if... It won't... It'll normally, if someone's trying to sneak up on you, yes, it will work, but in this case, it's the NPC's actual ability, so... So that is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
So you take 7 points of piercing damage, and you must make a DC 15 con save.
Con save? DC 15... That would be a natural 1.
Natural 1. Oh. So you take 27 points of poison damage.
So what was 27
So 7 plus 7, so 34. And then you take an additional 14 points of sneak attack damage.
Jesus.
Ow.
And then Bag of Nails rushes up to Ava and draws a sword, and he says, "I will cut the big chicken!" It is Kamadan 1's turn. It's going to run across the plaza, and it's going to use its pounce attack on Sir Lucian. So that will be a claw attack to attack Sir Lucian. That is a 16 on the first. Sir Lucian blocks. The second is a 24. It hits. Sir Lucian takes 9 points of slashing damage, and Sir Lucian needs to make a DC 13 strength save, please. Oh, he's not here. Okay, I'll just do it for him. D20 plus 4. That is a pass. He is not knocked prone. It is Kamadan 2's turn. Kamadan 2 runs past Ava, getting an attack of opportunity. Ava hits it for 6 points of damage, and it rushes and uses its pounce attack on Bobbit. Going in with a claw attack. That is a 24 on the first, so it hits.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Bobbit, you take 7 points of slashing damage and must make a DC 13 strength save, please.
Yeah, that's a 17, so Bobbit's just basically going to flex this thing off.
Yeah, you're flexing it off you. It goes for another attack. As one of its snakes lashes out at you, and that is a 21 to hit.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, it's rolling really well. That is...
Yeah, these snakes hurt.
Yeah, so that is... Oh, and by the way, that was half from that claw. That was actually 4, not 7. And from these snakes, it is 3, not 5. And you must make a DC 12 con save, please.
Yeah, that's a 21.
21?
I've already been hit by this once before, just... Nope, that's not working again. So I've eaten the flesh of your kind.
So you take 7 points of poison damage.
Ow.
It is now Zinhorn's turn.
Zinhorn is a little bit... Not gonna lie. Zinhorn is going to... Zinhorn going to... summon a water elemental.
Yes.
Right behind Bag of Nails.
Right behind Bag of Nails. And as the water elemental appears behind Bag of Nails, he sees it behind him, and he looks at it and he jumps and goes, meow!
Bath time, kitty.
Zinhorn is going to then use Mask of the Wild and find it somewhere and hide.
Yep.
And bonus action, use a what is it? What have I got? Healing word, is it? Yes, a level 1 healing word.
Yep. So would you like to hide in this tree, or in this one?
You have options.
I I'm going to go back where Bulb is, just because don't want to go near the. Don't want to go near the Camadon.
Yep. Okay. And
then the water elemental.
Yep, so water elemental's turn.
Is going to use its well action.
Yep.
To try and restrain Bag of Nails within it.
Yep. Okay. So what does it need to roll, or what does Bag of Nails need to roll?
Each creature in the space must make a DC 15 strength save.
Yes, very well. He got a 12.
So he firstly takes 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Which is 10 plus 4 is 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep. Ouch.
Is also grappled. And the target is restrained, unable to breathe unless it can breathe water. If the saving throw is... and then it needs to save to be pushed out of the elemental space.
Yep.
The elemental can grab one large or up to 2 medium or small creatures at a time. At the start of each of the elemental's turn, each target grappled takes 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And the creature,
So he can't move now?
Yeah, he's
restrained
out.
within the elemental.
Unless someone saves him.
Yeah, or if he pulls himself out, but he has quite low strength, so...
good. It'll still be fun then.
Okay. It is now...
Zinhorn not messing around.
Yeah, Zinhorn's not messing around. It is now Bobbit's turn.
Also, I got 8 healing from my healing word.
Yep.
As much as I'd like to go and pay Bag of Nails back for shooting Bob, I'll just have to settle for... Well, I mean, I like the taste of Camadam, so I might as well set this one up for a feast as well.
Yep.
So Bobbit's basically just going to go and use Eldritch Blast on Camadam number 2.
2, yep. The one that Ava has already hurt. Go ahead, roll to hit it.
23, and then a 16.
16, that is a hit. Roll the damage.
So both of them hit.
What was the first one?
23.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits, yep.
So it's going to be 23 points of damage all up.
Ooh, nice. One of the snake heads falls off and the Camadam yelps in pain.
And Bobbit just looks at it going, I've eaten you before, I'll eat another one tonight.
It is Sir Lucian's turn. He raises his sword and goes to attack Camadam 2 because it's already been hurt. That is a 23 to hit. He hits it for 18 points of damage. And then he makes another attack on it. 12 points of damage and slashes the Camadam's head off, killing it.
Yay!
It is Bulb's turn.
I am going to walk around to where I've got Bag of Nails in sight.
Yep, so right here.
It's not currently in the water elemental, is it?
It is.
It is?
Well, yeah, he's in here, yep.
Does that mean I'm going to be able to shoot him? Or would I hit I'd hit the elemental, wouldn't I?
Actually, yeah, you'd hit the elemental.
Okay, well then I'm just going to hold my action. And
or if he breaks out.
If he breaks out and I get a shot without hitting the elemental, I am going to shoot him with a +1 bullet.
Very well. Okay. It is Ava's turn. And Ava is going to... Ava's going to use a bonus action to declare Bag of Nails her favourite foe, getting a 3 Hunter's Mark on him. And then she's going to run over to Bobbit and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, yay! Thank you, Bird Mama.
Giving Bobbit only 4 HP, unfortunately.
I will take literally anything I can get my hands on.
It is now the enemy's turn. So does Bag of Nails take any damage?
So at the start of each of the elementals' turn. So not at his turn, the elementals' turn.
Yes. Okay. So he's going to attempt. An acrobatics check to avoid being restrained. So he's going to use his movement to make an acrobatics check. That is a 17. Is that enough?
Objects are being taken out. Taking an action to make a DC 14 strength.
So it has to be strength. Okay, alright, well, he's going to make a strength. That is a 15, so he used an action to break out of the water elemental. So, Bulb, you get to fire on him now.
Yep, okay.
Hey, Bag of Nails is free. Bang! Shit!
That is a 18. 19.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
He's literally going to celebrate and get shot.
Actually, hold on. If I do this correctly, that was 15 plus 3 for my dex, plus 2 for my gun, plus 1. Yeah, so yeah, hit anyway. So then damage. Haha, that was max damage.
Oh, nice.
My gun, is that the reloading only is to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, reloading just means that you can't fire it twice in one turn.
No, Bobbitt's reloading enchantment makes a +1.
Oh,
Unless you're using specific ammo, you don't need to reload for it.
In this case, because you're using the +1 ammo, Bobbitt's enchantment doesn't have any effect at all.
Okay.
Unless it just grants a blanket +1 to the gun.
It makes it a +1.
Yeah, okay, but it doesn't ignore the reloading property while you're using you're using specific.
If I'm using special ammunition, no, it doesn't. That's 12. 15 damage.
Oh, nice. Bag of Nails bursts out of the water elemental, and he starts spluttering water, making a coughing sound like he's coughing up a furball. And then he coughs a soggy furball onto the cobblestone. And he says, Bag of Nails is free! And then the bullet hits him and he says, Youch! And uses a bonus action to hide and runs away.
Boo.
If he got less than a 20, I still see him.
Alright, let's see what he got on his stealth. He does get plus 10 on his stealth. So that is a 26.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. There's literally next to no one that can actually freaking find him either.
Yep. So you're just gonna go. Okay. So it is now. Is the Kamadan's turn. The Kamadan is going to actually going to use its sleep breath, exhaling its sleep breath in a 30-foot cone. So Lucian, Bobbit, and Ava need to make con saves, please. I'll make Ava and Sir Lucian's.
Son of a bitch, that's an 11.
So Sir Lucian and Ava rolled a 5 and a 10, respectively.
Oh, God.
So,
let's go on.
Bobbit, Ava, and Sir Lucian fall unconscious for 10 minutes. You will wake up if you take damage, or someone uses an action to wake you.
Nap time.
Okay, so it is now Bobbit's actually, it's Zinhorn's turn first.
So, we can only see the Kamadan.
Yes. Unless you want to specifically try to search for Bag of Nails, but you'll need to get higher than 26 to see him.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I want to come out to where Bulb is, and I'm just going to search for him, because I'm I've got a one-track mind at the moment. I'm not happy with him.
All right, see if you can find him. Make a perception check.
And then roll a. Don't get high enough.
Yep. Unfortunately, you look around, but you can't see the tabaxi anywhere.
And I'm guessing the alert feed doesn't do anything for that.
No, it won't.
No.
I just can't be surprised by him.
Yeah, you just can't be surprised by him, which means he can't sneak attack you by sneaking up to you. He only got the sneak attack damage before because he was using his assassinate ability, and he can only use that once per encounter. So,
yeah.
Okay. Bobbit.
In that case, how does the water elemental? Actually, I'm going to first roll to see if it gets its whelm back, and it rolls a 4, which it does get its whelm back.
Its whelm back.
I can't hold the water elemental's turn until he comes out, can I?
You can ask it to hold a reaction, but that'll use up your rest of your turn to tell it to command it.
Yeah, so I want it to sort of wait and see for when Bag of Nails comes back to try and whelm it again.
Okay, yep.
Because it got it back with a 4.
Very well. So that's your turn done. Bobbit and Sir Lucian's turns are skipped as they're unconscious. It is a Bulb's turn.
Bulb is 20, 30. Fuckity fuck.
That's an interesting spell, but I don't think that's going to work here.
You know, you could use the Gem of Seeing to see Bag of Nails.
I'm not attuned.
I know, that's right. Yeah.
God damn it!
I'm going to use my action to try and perceive.
Yep. Alright.
Bag now.
Must get 26.
Oh shit, no, I need a nat 20 to actually get that then.
Oh, you can still try if you want to.
No, fuck that. I'm going to Scorching Ray at 2nd level of the Kamadan.
Yep, go ahead.
Seeing as I'm not flying, that's just... how many is it? It's 3 rays, yes.
Yeah,
so
3
3 normal attacks. So that's a nat 20, a 10, and a 13.
So the 10 does not hit, the other 2 hit.
Of course.
So a 10 still hits?
10 does not hit, but the other
Does
2
not?
do.
Okay, cool. So the nat 20 is 8... 9. So 18 damage for the nat 20, and then the other one is 7 damage.
Yep, 7 damage.
And then I'm going to step behind the wall.
Yep, step behind the wall. Lovely. It is the enemy's turn. Bag of Nails comes out of stealth right next to Bulb.
Son of a...
And attacks with his short sword. He gets advantage to
He's
hit.
a fucking tabaxi. No, he's not.
He is a
What
tabaxi.
movement does he have?
Up to 60 feet using his feline agility.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy can't move next turn now.
Yeah. So he pops up, rolls with advantage, and rolls a nat 20. Rolls a nat 20 and 19. Yep, so you're going to nullify it.
Yep, so it's normal.
That's okay. You take 5 points of damage, that's already halved, and you must make a DC 15 con save.
Son of a bitch, I hate his fucking... Hey, that was... I rolled a 15, so plus
Lovely.
2, that's 17.
So you only take 14 points of poison damage,
Oh,
and then he does get off his sneak attack, so that is an additional 20 points of sneak attack damage.
holy shit, thank God I... Oh.
Oh.
Fuck you! Don't you laugh like that!
Having a good day, and it's not the players.
Bag
I
of
6 health.
Bag of Nails just looks at you and He says, looks like Bag of Nails needs to stab the chicken again. And he goes in for his second multi-attack with his short sword.
Very good.
And rolls a 16 to hit.
Oh, thank God that misses.
You dodge out of the way. You dodge out of the way, and Bag of Nails just says, "Whoa, the chicken is moving." Bag of Nails will show the chicken who is boss. But he cannot move, so he's going to stay there and end his turn.
Can I get the water elemental to make its way across now?
The water how much movement does the water elemental have?
It has... Unfortunately, it's only got a 30 feet, so I don't think it'll reach.
So it's going to make it about here. It's not going to get to Bag of Nails. But it's getting closer, and he can't move. He can't move now because he's used his feline agility.
Damn straight.
It is Kamadan 1's turn. It runs over to Bobbit and rolls to hit with its snakes with advantage. So that is a 24 to hit. Bobbit takes... So the snakes count as magic, so Bobbit takes 8 points of piercing damage. And you must make a DC 12 con save, please.
And that's a 18, so it's a pass.
18, so you only take 13 points of poison damage, but you wake up.
only take...
But you do wake up, and it then goes in for a bite attack without advantage, and that is only an 11, so you dodge out of the way just as you regain consciousness and see the Kamadan lunging at you, and you dodge out of the way. It is now Zinhorn's turn.
Okay. So, to start off with, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not... so I'm just going to use a frostbite.
On Bag of Nails.
On Bag of Nails, yes.
So roll to hit him.
To do a con save.
Yep, he is making a con save now. That is a 12.
He does not make it, so that is 2d6. And it has disadvantage on its next weapon attacks.
Okay, that is nice.
That is 6 points of cold damage.
Yep.
And now the water elemental's going to sneak its way over
to him.
Bag of Nails and just try and whelm him again.
Very well. Go ahead. He's going to make a strength save. That is a 9.
He does not make it, which means he's once again restrained.
Yep.
And takes 2d8 plus 4, which is 13 points of damage. Bludgeoning
13
damage.
Points of bludgeoning damage. Ooh, and he's restrained again.
And he is once again stuck inside the water elemental.
It is Bobbit's turn.
Oh, good. I'm gonna eye off the mean cat that ruined my nap and once again go for some Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, that's a non-nat 20, and then that's a 25.
Those are both hits. Roll your damage.
Plus... It's gonna be 11 and a 14, then it's gonna be 25 points of force damage.
25 points of force damage. Ouch! You blast away one of the snake heads and the Kamadan roars in anger.
Okay. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you while you're in the middle of something? That was rude, wasn't it?
So Lucian skips his turn because he's still asleep. It is Bulb's turn.
Yeah,
Can I put my arm in the water elemental and touch Bag of Nails to cast a spell on him?
You can touch him or use a melee attack on him.
Well, I'd like to touch him to cast a spell on him.
Okay. Yes, you
Is
can do
that
that.
possible?
Yep, you stick your hand through the range.
I would like to cast Blight on him.
Oh,
I still have a 4th level left.
Yes, you may cast Blight on him.
I'm just looking at not the actual blight. Okay, I want blight 5e. Thank you very much, Google.
Yeah,
well, I've got it now. I'm not looking up plant stuff.
Necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. He must make a con save, which he does not get disadvantage on. It's only dex save, so he's going to attempt a con save. That is a 15.
That fails.
Yep, so he takes 8d8. Go ahead and roll.
8d8. I don't have 8d8s out, so I'm going to roll in here.
Yep.
Type it. Yeah, just type it. Yes.
27 damage.
You drain 27 points from Bag of Nails, and as you see him struggling inside the water elemental. It is Ava's turn. She's asleep, so gets skipped over. It is...
I would then like to move around the side of the wall.
Yep, back to where Zinhorn is.
Yeah, just so that when he gets out, he can't immediately shoot me.
Yes. It is the enemy's turn. Bag of Nails is going to attempt a strength save to get out. That is a nat 1. He remains... he has... that means he has disadvantage on his next attack roll, which he already had anyway, but if he that won't come into play till he gets out. So while he's here inside, he's got disadvantage on his longbow. He raises it anyway and attempts to fire at Zinhorn with disadvantage. That is a 22 and a 20.
Rude.
Jesus.
So Zinhorn takes 5 points of piercing damage, and you must make a DC 15 con save.
DC 15 con. That is 16.
16. You take 14 points of poison instead of 27. It is Kamadan 1's turn. It's going to continue its assault on Bobbit. It's going to attempt to bite with its snakes. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, seriously. Calm
That
down.
is 7 points of piercing damage, and you must make a DC 12 con save.
That was that with the snakes, was it?
Yes.
Okay, well, at least they keep on the bright side. At least they keep passing the blade con saves. Yeah, that was a 15.
Yep, so you take 12 points of poison damage. Kamadan 1 then runs away from you, drawing an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, well, guess what he's caught? He's got a friggin' another Eldritch Blast.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
Oh, so close to a nat 20, but it's gonna hit.
Still a hit.
And then... 14.
14. And as it runs away from you, blast it with the Eldritch Blast, hitting it in the head and sending its dead body rolling over the cobblestone street, kicking up a cloud of dust.
I was just panting with several bite wounds and poison looking at going, Bobbit's gonna eat you later.
It is Zinhorn's turn.
Going to Primal Savagery and reach through and claw at Bag of Nails.
Yep.
Using the Primal Savagery.
Go ahead.
Which is a natural 20.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Ooh.
Roll for damage.
Zinhorn is so 2.
Mess him up.
2d10.
2d10.
Is that is 15 points of damage.
Yep. You strike Bag of Nails. He looks incredibly hurt, and as he struggles in the water elemental, he opens his hands, dropping his longbow and his short sword, and shakes his head at you, giving you the pleading look of a terrified kitty cat.
So I assume that means he's surrendering?
What
Perhaps.
I want to do is, can I get the water elemental to move around to sort of drop him off, like in between everyone?
Yep, the water elemental moves out into the middle of the street and deposits him next to the unconscious forms of Sir Lucian and Ava. As soon as Bag of Nails hits the ground, he coughs up another wet furball, and then towers and says, "Please! Please! No finish, Bag of Nails! Bag of Nails, give up!"
And then I'll leave it to Bob because she's
that. You put us through all that. Tell us that you're fine. Does Bobbit know of Tabaxi hunting tradition? No, like.
You may make a history. You may make a history check.
But you're asking to make a goddamn history check. That's 17 plus 7, so I'm assuming a 24.
Yes. You get the feeling that he just deemed you guys worthy opponents for his final hunt. And he doesn't want to be destroyed against an opponent that severely outclasses him.
But if this was your final hunt, then if you thought we were worthy of a final hunt, shouldn't you want this?
Bag of Nails finds no pleasure in being beaten so easily. Bag of Nails want to fight on equal ground.
You hear Bob?
You ambushed us. We tried is he speaking in Tabaxi or in common?
Oh,
he's speaking in common.
You hear Bob squawk up, "Easily!"
That wasn't easy, and you attacked us first.
Bag of Nails raises his empty hands. He says, "Please, you spare Bag of Nails. Bag of Nails take you to hideout and give you good meal."
Bobbit walks over, grabs the Kamadan, walks back to Bag of Nails and goes, If you deceive Bobbit in any way, Bobbit will eat you along with this.
Whilst the water elemental just presses up right behind Bag of Nails.
Bobbit, make an intimidate check with advantage, please.
Damn goddamn straight.
While they're doing that, can I check the weapons that assumedly drop to the ground?
Yes, they are a normal short sword and a normal long bow, but they are dipped in a particularly potent poison.
Now I'm just holding it.
That was a 15 on the intimidation.
Bag of Nails raises his hands again, still cowering, and says, "Bag of Nails promises! No try to kill you anymore!"
Bobbit's mood immediately goes away. He looks at the rest of you going, "Okay, I guess we're gonna get a free meal. Yay, Bobbit likes food." Starts just dragging the dead Kamadan off with her. "Where's your house?"
Bag of Nails breathes a sigh of relief as he climbs to his feet, and combat appears to be over for now.
For as long as I can, I get the water elemental right up next to Bag of Nails.
I mean, we've got his longbow, right?
Yeah,
yes,
I'm holding his weapons. I'm holding them.
Yeah.
Just tottering along, like... I am fucked up.
Bag of Nails.
I'm not doing pretty well either.
Shit.
Bag of Nails looks at you all, and he smiles in appreciation when he sees the damage he's done. He nods and he says, "You will trust Bag of Nails to take you to hideout?"
Well, I trust you, but Bobbit still stands. You betray us in any way, and Bobbit will cook your flesh along with the Kamadan.
You're just as hurt as us. We're still even.
No problem eating more titties. Sorry, I just stood right over the top of you. I am so sorry.
You're just as hurt as the rest of us, so equal terms still.
To come with us.
Then follow.
Still got the kittens.
Then follow Bag of Nails, he says, getting down on all fours and sprinting down the street into a mishmash of nearby half-crumbled buildings.
Christ.
You can follow him if you like.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
It's up to the others. At this point, Bo has just forgotten about the challenge and is literally just looking for somewhere to rest now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we follow him?
Oh, let's see what he has for us.
And so, as the sky above starts starts to be tinged with tendrils of red as it's now getting quite late in the day. You follow the tabaxi through the mishmash of buildings, past Unk's shrine and north down what was once a bustling side street, now nearly invisible, choked under layers of vines and weeds. And he brings you to an abandoned house on the edge of the flooded portion of the city, and gestures at it with one of his paws and says, "Bag of nails, call this is humble abode. Please, please, enter and go into the basement and make yourselves comfortable. Bag of nails will just fetch the ingredients for tonight's dinner."
Robert looks at him and goes, "When you say fetch ingredients, does that mean you're going to hunt something?"
He says, No, just have ingredients put in stash, a short distance away. Not keep food in hideouts, not want to attract rats and bugs.
How far away is this stash?
He just looks over at an adjacent building and points at it and says, "Bag of nails stashed just in there."
The water elemental keeps him company.
Very well.
And I turn into a giant hyena before going down the stairs.
You head down into the building and down into the ruined basement, and it is almost completely bare, save for a sleeping roll that appears to be made out of a patchwork of various different animal furs clumsily sewn together. A roughly hewn wooden table, most likely liberated from one of the nearby buildings, and several dirty cushions all arranged around it, everything sitting on top of a thick layer of dirt, dust, and grime.
Want to have a look around to see if there's anything stashed off, any weapons, anything that might...
Yep, you may make...
I'm going to sit in the corner.
You may make an investigate check, please, Zinhorn.
That is a 16.
A 16. You find no weapons or treasures. However, underneath the furs that Bag of Nails is obviously using as his sleeping roll, you see a stack of dirtied looking pieces of parchment, and as you flick through them, you see what appears to be a roughly drawn map of the city with various locations marked, most of them just appearing to be ordinary buildings. In fact, I will put them on the map so you can know where exactly they are.
I mean, I'd be happy to make sure I'll copy that.
Give it across so that they can be marked on the map.
And there are 3 locations marked in all. It's Tabaxi Spot 1, Tabaxi Spot 2, and... Actually, no, wait, I got it wrong. Tabaxi Spot 2 is over here, and Tabaxi Spot 3 is here.
Okay.
He has marked all 3 of these locations on his map and clumsily scrawled the common word for clumsily scrawled the Tabaxi word for treasure at the bottom of the map.
Sorry. I'm guessing we put this map away quietly so he doesn't notice we've been looking through it.
Yep, put it back where we found it.
Yep. And so you're just going to wait for him to return?
Yep, I've instructed the water elemental.
Investigate to make sure that this place looks like it's actually been used.
Oh, well, he's quite clearly been sleeping here, but aside from that, it doesn't look very lived in. You get the impression that he's...
As long as it's not...
Yeah. You get the impression that all he does is sleep here, and when he's not sleeping, he's out hunting, or looking for someone to hunt.
As long as this isn't just like a massive trap or anything.
I would like you to make a perception check for your water elemental, please.
Water elemental. And perception is wisdom. Okay. That is 12.
12, and Bag of Nails gets a 29 on his stealth.
Shit.
So, your water elemental follows him across the tiny street to the collapsed building, and it catches sight of him entering, but once he enters into the building, which is pitch dark inside, it loses track of him for several minutes until it spots him coming back out again, holding 5 stone bowls. Holding a tray with 5 stone bowls on it, carefully balancing it on the tip of his fingers. He eventually returns to his hideout, coming down the stairs and joining you all in the dirty basement. He places the stone tray on the table, retrieves 1 stone bowl for each of you, placing it in front of you on the table, and then takes a seat on one of the dirty cushions, cross-legged, reaching into his coat and pulling out what appears to be some kind of tree root, which he begins to gnaw on and bite into. And he gestures towards the bowls, which contain what looks like some kind of grey-coloured mush, gruel, or extremely watered-down porridge or cereal or something of the like.
And he says, eating the Camadan.
And he says, "Bag of Nails gift to you."
I instruct the water elemental to come down and take a seat on the bedroll.
Yep, the water elemental sits down on the bedroll.
Can I do a nature check to see what that root is that he's chewing on?
Yes, you may. Go ahead.
And when the hour is up, then the water elemental just seeps into a puddle of water.
It splashes, and as it turns into a puddle of water, it splashes Bag of Nails, and he just looks over you and hisses, and then continues nibbling his root while saying, "Please enjoy the meal that Bag of Nails has made for you."
18.
Bag of Nails appears to be eating an Omuan tree root, found in the jungles surrounding Omu, and it is known to provide the person who eats it with a rush of energy.
I'm gonna guess he's eating that because he's so beat up he needs some energy just to, like, kind of like us using healing spells to heal ourselves, I guess, after a fight.
As he takes a bite, he smiles at you, noticing you watching him eat, and he shrugs and he says, "What brings you to Omu?"
Zinhorn just goes over to the root and does a wild shape into a goat in order to eat.
Eat some of his root.
No, some of the one in the bowl.
Ah, yes. Okay, so you begin
for myself.
You begin to eat, and the tabaxi looks on his eyes wide and he says, Yes, enjoy the meal that Bag of Nails gave you. Now, tell Bag of Nails why you have come to this city."
I'm a giant hyena, so I'm not talking.
I just start barring at him.
Does Bobbit say anything?
Shit, I'm not wise. I don't know what I'm gonna tell him without going straight and spilling. Bobbit's currently taking massive bites out of the Camadan that's in front of her, although She's trying to keep off to the side, which is weird considering, she looks fine compared to how she did previously. But sort of just looks and goes, "Oh, we're here looking for things. You know how it is."
The Tabaxi nods and he says, Bag of Nails is looking for things too. Bag of Nails come here for final hunt. But final hunt is not against prey. Final hunt is for an object. The navel of the moon.
Navel of the moon.
Also, I'm just going to say that Bob knows what Bobbert has done.
No,
Why her face is small. Yeah.
I figured you'd know instantly, but I like what I'm doing, so... Yeah, just so look and go, just in between bites, like, what's the navel of the moon?
He thinks for a moment and he says, You have not heard of it? No surprise, Bag of Nails, studied for many years to find it. He thinks for a moment as if he's trying to decide whether or not to tell you, and then he eyes the bowls on the table. He says, Please, you have yet to take a bite of the meal, Bag of Nails prepared for you.
I mean, I was already eating her meal, but... Has anyone else been eating it?
Goathorn has.
I haven't, because I had a good berry this morning.
Yes, the Goathorn is eating it. Bobbert, you need to eat double food, though.
I know, that's what I was eating. Well, I mean, I had the good bear, now I'm eating the Camadan that's in front
So,
of me,
Lucian, do you start to dig into the meal?
Yes, I do.
So Lucian grabs a spoon and begins to dig in. Ava eyes off the meal, but then once she sees Sir Lucian and Zinhorn eating it, she shrugs, dips the spoon in, and begins to eat the grey mush. And as you eat it,
I'm dying anyway.
as it slides down your throat, you swallow it. It is completely tasteless, and has almost no texture to it whatsoever. The navel of the moon, says the Tabaxi. They say it is carved from a chunk of the moon. It is a polished, egg-shaped stone given as a gift by the ruling Sil Pashar of Kalimport to his daughter. It is said that anyone who holds the stone can always find the way home to their loved ones. Somewhere it is in this city, and Bag of Nails would like to find it so that Bag of Nails can say goodbye to his 12 daughters and his long-lost brother on the Maztica continent.
Baba understands. Baba sort of missing people as well, but she has her own ways of finding them. Don't worry.
He narrows his eyes and he says, Bag of Nails has seen many in the city in days of late. Bag of Nails assumes they are all trying to find Bag of Nails' treasure. So Bag of Nails decided he would kill everyone he saw. And with that, the poison in the meal kicks into effect.
This is why Bobbert had her own fucking food.
Bobbert, you're fine. It's only Sir Lucian, Zinhorn, and Ava who actually took a bite of the meal. So he's...
Anything is better than, bananas at this point. I'd rather take poison.
So I would like Sir Lucian to please make a con save, and I'd like Zinhorn to please make a con save.
Oof, that's good. That is
16.
18. Zinhorn, how did you go?
16.
That's 22.
16. Okay, so Zinhorn failed. Let's see how Ava went. Ava also failed. So Ava and Zinhorn, you both take 40 points of poison damage.
Good thing you went to the goat form.
And so Lucian, you take 20 points of poison damage.
I get Sir Lucian just to smile, what's everyone complaining about? I had a freaking disease for the latter half.
You still got the disease.
Yeah, you're
I know, but I'm actually dying. Smiles.
So Ava immediately begins gasping for breath, and Zinhorn is shunted out of goat form and then takes...
I was going to say, the second they do that, Bobbit's immediately pointing a hand straight at Bag of Nails and firing an Eldritch Blast at
Bag
him.
of Nails just smiles and says, "Oh, next time Bag of Nails should try the stronger poison." Then he is hit with the Eldritch Blast and falls over and keels over dead.
Huh. Mo just sort of stands there with a hand out going, "That wasn't smart."
Whilst that is happening, Zinhorn just collapses.
Yep, Zinhorn just collapses, starts making death saves.
Bobbit is going to go... I was going to say, Bobbit is immediately going over to cast Spare the Dying on him.
Yep. And Ava looks at you, gasps one more time, and then her face plants into the bowl of grey porridge as she makes her first death save.
I immediately turn back into Bulb and cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level on her while removing the poison porridge from her face.
Yes.
Yeah. And since Bobbit used Spare the Dying on Zinhorn, she gets to use her new ability that she has.
Which is?
Where once per... It's called Defy Death. Once per long rest, I can regain 1d8 plus my con in health whenever I succeed on a death saving throw or when I stabilize a creature with Spare the Dying.
Oh, lovely.
So, thanks, Zinhorn.
And Ava gets...
You're still unconscious, but... Yeah,
yep.
Ava gets 16 health.
Yep, Ava gets 16 health as you pull her head out of the bowl and sweep it off the table.
I'll go to Zinhorn and use my last 2nd level spell to cast Cure Wounds on him as well. And he gets 16 as well.
16 as well.
The dots swap their results.
And after everyone appears to be stabilized, the ruined basement is silent. And you look over at the dead Tabaxi, a cruel smile still written on his face, mocking you even in death. And you search his corpse, and you find 1 single dose of the Midnight Tears poison.
While we're searching, Bulb is just going, that bloody idiot, if he just stayed if he hadn't done that, he'd stay alive and his soul wouldn't have just been eaten.
That's okay. Bob just looks and goes, "He betrayed us. Bobbit ends him. Besides, Bobbit now has a new use for him." Actually,
so, yes,
no,
he's...
Actually, I was gonna do something else, but then Bobbit still looks and goes, "I mean, Bobbit already ate today, but a promise is a promise."
And with that, you begin to tuck in. You obtain a dose of Midnight Tears. A creature that ingests this poison suffers no effect until 1d6 times 10 minutes later. If the poison has not been neutralized before then, the creature must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, taking 10d6 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Shit.
Who would like to take that poison?
I feel like that'd be an Ava thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's ingestion, it's not...
yeah, it has
weapon.
to be, the person you give it to has to ingest it.
I mean, I can just keep a hold of it until we decide what to use it on.
Yes. And...
So was it Midnight Tear?
Midnight Tears, yes. Must be ingested. And with that, as Bobbit begins to make good on her promise and devour Bag of Nails' corpse, we will end this week's session.
Whew.
Would you like to take a long rest within this hideout? Because it seems to be out of the way.
Yeah. We'll still do our usual protection stuff, but yes.
Yes. And so you set up your requisite protection, a growth of large thorns around the stairs leading up, several non-magical alarms and other precautions, just in case the red wizards stumble upon you. But, considering they're still busy chasing cubes, it's unlikely. You gain a long rest, and everyone who succumbed to the poison, so Sir Lucian and Zinhorn, gains a point of inspiration.
Ah, fair.
But for succumbing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They failed, so we.
For role-playing into the trap. So.
Well, I role-played not into the trap because I'd eaten a good berry.
I was smart and ate my own food.
Whatever, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I lose 2 to my max hit points.
Yes,
so 24 hours now.
So Lucian and Bulb, your maximum hit points decrease by 2 due to the death curse.
Okay.
Oh, totally worth it.
And so, as the sun sets once again on the forbidden city of Omu, and you tuck in for a rest in the dirty basement that Bag of Nails called his abode, we end this week's session. You have acquired 3 of the magic puzzle cubes, and the red wizards still have 2.
Oh, so they failed to get one. Okay. Interesting.
Actually, I haven't rolled for them yet, so I have to roll for them.
No, shut up, you're already... Damn it.
They have 3. Also.
Yeah.
So you are on equal footing. Each group
Shut
with 3 cubes left. But, where are they?
I think we've got a pretty safe bet that there's one. Whatever. This is metagaming chat later.
So, sun sets. You let sleep engulf you, and Lucian, Zinhorn, and Ava, even though you survived the effects of the poison, your dreams you were plagued all through the night with restless sleep filled with nightmares of being compressed under a large concrete slab, held underwater until you drown, or buried alive in a pit of dirt and mud. And you wake up several times in the night, struggling for breath, sweat running down your body, the after effects of the poison.
That's some bad meditation
I was
time.
gonna say, I would have loved to have just like metagame. Just anytime they wake up, I'm just sitting there going, nightmares. First time for you guys.
I would like to thank Oozeberry and Jitteramo for following. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We will be back tomorrow at the same time for the next episode of our Call of Cthulhu Terror of Cthulhu session. For the next session of our Terror of Cthulhu campaign. And we will be back for more D&D next week. Until next time, when someone kills you and offers you dinner, when someone tries to kill you and offers you dinner, don't take it. Don't eat it. It's probably poisoned.
Well, I didn't.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.